Ladies and gentlemen, been up and down all day. Yeah, up and down all day trying to get things settled. Obviously, for those of you who saw the video, documentary on Ric Flair. Yeah, that'll be nice. Anyway, I was just looking at the TV over here. But yeah, like I said, been up and down all day. Just all this stuff. I went home to school, and yeah, I'm back now. So it was quite a wild weekend, but we'll get into that when we'll get into that. Right now, oh, we got one view already. 1 minute in, we got one view already. That's what's up. We're about to get more though, I promise. Anyway, yeah, right now I'm just trying to like always, rally up the troops and invite as many people as I can because obviously we started late and like I always say, it's not, it really is not easy trying to get guests. Damn, that light in the background. I really don't feel like getting up to fix that, but sooner or later I feel as though I'm gonna have to. Oh damn. All right. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna try and pull on the podcast as soon as possible. Just invite everyone and find me. And yeah, let me just put the link to the podcast, or not the podcast, but link to the YouTube version of the podcast, so that people who want to watch can watch and all that jazz and stuff like that. And also want to see the comment section because like I said, it can with whole podcast stuff. It's kind of hard to watch the comment section and try and have a conversation with the people who are inside the podcast. What's going on, Jacqueline? Jacqueline, I'm not too sure if she wants me to say her last name, but Jacqueline's in the chat right now. What's good, Jack? Is that a good nickname, Jack? I know it's a predominantly male name. Oh, not too sure if she'd be fine with that. Just wondering. Just wondering. But yeah, like I said, let me just take this really quick and put it inside. What's the WhatsApp group, the TMAU forum, the Rare Connect forum, and then yeah, after that we'll be all squared away. As many people who want to come will come, and yeah. But like I said, we'll get into the crazy, depending on when people will come, if people will come. Shit, I don't even know if I'm doing this shit solo. Who knows what's going on, people? But depending on what's gonna be going down, uh, I'll tell that story when we get to it. That was a funny ass story. It was kind of weird. It was kind of weird, but kind of scary a little bit. But whatever. Oh shit. But what have you guys been doing this weekend? I don't think there are a whole lot of midterms, so I don't think all you guys had midterms. And because all you guys had midterms, then I feel bad for you. But I mean, school related, I don't see. I mean, I have a test coming up, but it's not really a midterm. Um, in terms of college stuff like that, I got some homework, but that's like always. Got a test coming up next week. No, the week after next week, because it's a physics test, and that's gonna suck. But we gonna get through. We gonna be alright. It's just physics after all. Physics one. Physics one isn't all that. It's not all that hard, but physics two can be. I heard that's about like spatial and galactic stuff and all that bullshit, which I'm really not looking forward to. But whatever. Damn, it's hot as hell up in here. Even with the windows up, it's like 50 degrees outside. It's like 80 degrees in here. But then again, I'd rather be too hot than too cold, so I can't really complain. Even with TMAU, shit. I know a lot of people don't feel that way though, but I don't know. NBA games all weekend, homie. Yeah, Celtics and Thunder, they were on. And Celtics, Celtics pulled that one out from nowhere, straight up. I don't know where they came up with that one. Although I feel as though it's more the Thunder botching. And then the what's it called? Cleveland Cavaliers, they snapped their 3-game streak, losing streak that is. So that's good. All right, so I just put this inside the WhatsApp group. That's the link to that's the link to the live cast. Let me send an invitation to this person. I'm not gonna spoil the surprise. We got five people up in here because people have been begging me to tone down the swearing. I mean, begging me, like just freaking on their knees begging me, on their knees begging me. So we gonna see what I can do. We gonna see what I can do about my potty mouth, my Massachusetts mouth, northeastern mouth. 'Cause that's how we do here in Northeast region, or at least in New England. I don't know about the entire Northeast, but 8 people up in here. Yo, 8 people. The 8 people up in here. How many want to get onto the live cast? You see the email down below. You see that? So let me know. Then, okay. Oops. Goddamn caps lock. I hate that shit. Oh. All right. Just gonna invite this person really quick. Hopefully they'll come on. Hopefully they're not too busy. Yeah, so I invited a good number of people already. And depending, like I said earlier, depending on who comes on, what time they come on, we'll just jump right into it. Like, I know we're starting late, but I mean, between college and commuting and all that stuff, I mean, I don't have a car, so it's kind of hard to do all that stuff. So, yeah. So, comment section, what you guys got to say. Everyone always getting mad at me because I'm ignoring the comment section. So, I'm putting you guys on blast right now. What you guys got to say? Tell me what you guys got to say. We're going to talk about it. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot, by the way. Not shout out, but condolences to all of the people in Texas. I mean, they're already dealing with the Hurricane Harvey and all that, but there was actually a shooting in Texas, um, like a church shooting or whatever. Like, I don't know how many they said that. Let me actually check right now. These shootings are going rampant, dude, all over the damn U.S. Yeah, we can't talk about that stuff because the NRA doesn't want to talk about that stuff. At least 25 dead, officials say. That's crazy. I mean, casinos, Las Vegas Strip, cities, like just churches, hotels, all this nonsense. Movie theaters are all over the damn place. All over even in NYC there was a friggin' I mean it wasn't gun related, but in NYC, these terrorists were all over the damn place. It's just crazy. Oh, let me actually try and see what's going on in CNN. I think CNN probably isn't the best news site to go to for this kind of stuff, but Fox News isn't better in either, but I'm on Fox News right now and it's saying at least 26 people killed and 20 wounded in Southeast Texas. Yeah, so Southeast, it's damn. And they had to deal with the hurricane too, I'm pretty sure, Southeast Texas. That's crazy. They said he had like not body armor, but like, just tactical equipment, which is just fucking insane. Texas Sheriff Office, church shooter is dead. Oh, God damn. Church shooter is dead. He either killed himself, well, he probably most likely did kill himself, but oh, Jesus. They're trying to take everybody else's lives away, then they kill themselves. Ridiculous. Oh, just text these people, try and get them in here. I'm trying to get TJ in here. So I invited all the people who usually come on, because as I've said week after week after week after week after week, It's not easy getting new people on. I mean, I try my hardest. I mean, I go video to video, damn near begging people to come on. But like I said, it's not easy. New faces. There's one guy who I emailed him and said that he's free to come on whenever he wants. I'll email or text this other girl who she said she would like to come on sooner or later. So I'll definitely hit her up and see what she'll have to say if she's available or not. Because I know she's like a cheerleader. She's doing a whole lot of stuff. I don't want to give out her whole story because I'm gonna wait for her to come onto the cast and give out her story herself. But yeah, she's pretty busy and all that. Hey, we're having a cast now, just so you know. And let me just put the link over there so that she knows about it. All right. And last things, last things last. Let me just do this real quick. TMAU podcast. For anyone watching Rare Connect, or not Rare Connect, the Rare Connect forum, they can just join in. Well, not join in, but in the comment section at least. How are your energy levels holding up with your strict diet? It's actually been not too bad. I remember when I very first started. For anyone wondering, he's talking about the whole raw vegan diet. When I first started, it was like high as shit. Obviously, as you get, you get used to it. You do it each and every single day, 365 days a year. They come down a little bit, but that's just natural. If you first start up something, you're gonna, your body's gonna react to it differently. But over the years and over the days, I've only been doing this for about 1 year now. But over the days, you're gonna get tolerant of it, I would say. So yeah, the energy levels have been brought down. I mean, one, because of college. I mean, that that in and of itself. I mean, I don't have to say anything else. But college and yeah, I got used to it. I got tolerant of it. So yeah, and I'm not working out nearly as much. So if I was, like, when I very first started it, like, the energy levels were really high. But I'm really starting to I'm looking back, and I'm thinking to myself that I have to cover these lights really quick, because if I don't cover these lights, then flare. So I should really. I'll be back real quick. Let me just cover these lights, and I'll be all set. All right, lights have been covered. We back, or at least I think we're back. And yeah, hello to everyone who's in the live chat right now. Let's see the participants. Right now it's just Orville Palmer that I can see, at least. But his name is M, so I'm just gonna refer to him as M. And what about you? What about your energy levels on whatever you're doing right now, your diet or whatever? God damn. These people ain't here yet. Alright, so looks like I'm gonna do this solo for a little bit. And once I do this solo, I don't know. Well, must as well tell the must as well tell the story now. The story about well, I don't know. Should I wait? Should I wait to tell the story, or should I, just go ahead with it? I feel as though it'd be more entertaining to tell when other people are here as opposed to just me being here. I'll wait for a few minutes. I'll wait for a few minutes to tell the story. We'll see who shows up. Hopefully Kwame and all those guys will show up and stuff. I'm trying to think of people to let me try and get her in real quick. Yeah, so damn near 8 invitations posted, and like always, we'll see who shows up. Let me try and shit. I mean, I highly doubt she'll come in, but let me try and email this person. Like I said, I highly doubt she'll come in, but worth a shot. Shoot for the stars, motherfucker. As administration's full support in wake of deadly church shooting. That's these church shooters, dude. These motherfuckers are crazy. Church shooters, school shooters, dudes are crazy. All right, let me just get this link to the podcast. Like I said, I highly doubt this person will come in, but if they do, well, shit, we about to have a party up in this bitch. We're doing a podcast from 8 to, I don't know what time we're going to stop. I don't know, 9:30, 10, whatever. If you want to join in today, click the link. And we'll see if she comes in or not. Like I said, I don't think she will, but all right. If you would like to join the podcast, just click the link. It's live now. Yeah, must as well. Shit. Must as well. Sorry. Must as well tell the story now. All right. So pretty much what what went on was I went home, stuff like that. I went home and wanted to go I rested on the one Friday. On Friday I got home and it was pretty late. It was like 9 o'clock or whatever. So I was just like, I kind of want to go to sleep, just rest, whatever. And so after I went to sleep, woke up the next day, got ready and all that, and I went out to the library to study because I have a calculus 2 test coming up on Thursday. So I studied for the calculus 2 test for I don't know about 2 maybe 3 hours, whatever, because I didn't feel like studying too much because obviously it was a weekend and all that. So studied for the 2 hours or whatever. And keep in mind, like I drove there. Like I haven't driven in about I don't know 2 months. Yeah, I haven't driven in about 2 months because obviously being here in college, I'm not allowed to. Well, I mean I'm allowed to have a car, but they strictly advise against it because there are so little parking spots at this small school. But yeah, that's why I tried to do the whole zip car thing, trying to get zip cars on campus. But anyway, yeah, like I hadn't driven in about 2 months or whatever. So when I drove down to the library, it was fine, smooth, and made my intentions clear to other drivers. I was fine, nothing happened, whatever. So I get back in the car, right? I get back in the car to go back home and stuff. Once I get back in the car to get back home, pull out of the library parking lot, go down, go down a few blocks, whatever, take a left, go down a few blocks, take a left, go down a few blocks, take a right. And so I get to this standstill pretty much. Like I'm in like a T, it's like a T intersection, right? T intersection like this. If for you guys who aren't watching and you're just listening. I'm at the T intersection, and at the bottom of the T, so for example, you have the line, like the very top of the T, then you have the bottom that pretty much is not parallel, perpendicular to the top of the T. So at the bottom of the T, all right, right where my, right where to the bottom of where my hand is, I'm like right over here. I try and get in, right? And so I try and get in, and like there's two lanes. Pretty much, here's me trying to get in here. Here are the two lanes here. I'm trying to get into this lane, so I have to go into this lane first, and then go into this lane. So I get into this lane successfully. Next thing I know, like there's still a standstill, and so I start honking, and like I'll admit, like oh, I'm pretty bad. I'm pretty impatient and shit. I'm pretty impatient and all that, and I'll admit it's not a good thing, but yeah, like I'm pretty impatient. So I start honking at this one guy who just he's at a standstill. He's not doing anything, and like he has more than enough room to like just go further a little bit more and let me in. Anyway, like I start honking hard as shit, like just move just a little bit so I can get in. So him and his, I don't know if he was stupid or if he was whatever. I don't know what the hell he was. He goes for it a little bit. I get in. I get into the I come from the T, get in here, and so I'm trying to get in here. So sooner or later I get into there, and so as I get to the I would say I'm about here's a traffic light. Okay, here's a traffic light, and here's me. Here's about two or three other cars in front of me. As I'm like right at the traffic light, and I see the two or three other cars in front of me, I see that there's like it wasn't really an accident, but like police cars are just over there by the roads and shit, just there doing whatever the hell they're doing. And yeah, like when I see all the police cars, and when I see that the traffic pole just was flashing all that, I'm like, oh great, there was an accident. I didn't really care what the accident was because I mean it was pretty dark, obviously with daylights. I mean, it didn't happen. It happened before daylight saving, but I mean, like I said, it was pretty dark. I hadn't driven in the dark before, so I was just like, I don't want to do this shit. I just want to get home, play some games, whatever. I didn't know what the accident was, so I'm like, man, I have to get out of here some way. It's like here are the two lanes, right? In order to get out of here, I have instead of going straight, I can't go straight, obviously, because the police cars are there. There's an accident, whatever happened. I have to get into this lane right here. I have to get into this lane right here, and then take a right from the lane in order to get avoid the accident, go down to the other traffic light, and then take a left in order to proceed to my route. So I go into the other lane, right? I'm in this lane, and I go into this other lane, and people behind me, like, cause they see the accident now. People behind me start honking loud as like they just start honking, they just start beeping. One dude behind me starts cussing. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm sorry, but I have to get in here. Sorry, buddy. It's like that Louis C.K. thing. Like when Louis C.K. was like, there's always that one driver who's like, they're just trying to force their way in, and then everybody else is just honking at him. And they're just like, sorry, I'm sorry. Like I don't know what to do. Shit like that. So I get in, and as I get in, I don't care about the other drivers. Fuck them. I'm just trying to get in, just trying to do my shit. And literally, I'm at this light, and the light was red for like I think three cars. It wasn't a long light at all. The light was green. Excuse me. Yeah, the light was green for about three cars. It wasn't long at all. And I was the very first person that the light turned red for, so I had to wait there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm allowed to make a right turn on a red light. But the thing is, I forgot that rule. Like I forgot that rule until I would say 5, 6, maybe 7 seconds after me being at the light. Like I was just standing there, and like one guy, he gave a short little honk. I'm surprised he didn't give a loud ass honk because I mean, so many people were honking behind me. Inexperienced driver. Obviously, people are gonna be honking at him. But a little honk like hey buddy, you can go. And I'm like, oh shit, I can go. And so that's when I remember the rule. I'm allowed to go right on a left. I'm allowed to go right on a red light, as long as it's clear and all that. And it was obviously clear. So as I try and go, like, keep in mind, I'm over here, right? I'm over here, trying to go right from over here. This is the rightmost lane. I'm trying to go right from over here. So I'm like, I put on my signal. I try and go right. Next thing I know, this fucking lane splitter, all right, lane splitting biker, fucking, he comes out of nowhere on my fucking out of my fucking blind spot. All right, my left blind spot. I'm trying to go right. I'm looking this way to go right. I'm signaling right. I'm looking this way to go right. This fucking lane splitter. All right, he's in the middle of the two lanes. All right, cars over here waiting for the traffic to, waiting for the accident to die down. Which I mean, you could be waiting for days. Cars over here, people trying to go. Yo, what's going on? I just want to tell the story really quick. Like just before you jump in, I just want to tell the story really quick. But like there are people over here, and this fucking lane splitter splits the lane, comes through fucking here, like just fucking nowhere. He splits the fucking lane, and I'm trying to go fucking right. I'm looking this way. Right? This lane splitter comes in front of the fucking car, and like literally, like when I fucking saw him in front of the car, like I was going forward, and when I saw him, I stepped on hard as fuck on the brake, but I still hit the dude. I fucking hit the dude because he was fucking lane splitting. That's illegal in this fucking state of Massachusetts. You're not allowed to fucking lane split. All right, if you have a fucking motorcycle, you're supposed to be in one of two lanes. The only time you can be in a single lane with another the only time basically the motorcycle cannot be in the middle of a lane is when there are two motorcycles. So two motorcycles can be in the same lane at once, abreast each other, beside each other, side by side, but they can't be lane splitting at the same time.
The fuck?
So splitting, and this is the first time, well, technically second time, because I drove myself there and I was driving myself back this time. I was driving myself back this time, right? And fucking like the police, they're right over there and they saw this shit. And so like they're looking back at me like, oh great, these two, because like they're already dealing with an accident. The police are already dealing with an accident. And so they heard the collision. It wasn't a big collision at all. It was like a small collision. Anyway, I mean the guy, like I said, the guy didn't fall down. The guy didn't, he was fine. But like the guy was pissed. I don't know why, because it was fucking his fault in the first place. Because he was lane splitting, which is illegal. You're not allowed to lane split, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you're not allowed to go in between two cars in the state of Massachusetts. In California, I know you can do it. But in the state of Massachusetts, you're not allowed to lane split. Dude lane split in front of me. He tried to go in front of me. I freaking nudged him. It wasn't a hit, but I nudged the dude. And looking at me, I'm like, oh shit! Like these police officers are gonna fuck me up. This guy looks fucking. I mean, I don't know if he's mixed or white or whatever, but he definitely isn't black. I'm black. I'm a new experienced driver. They're obviously gonna take his word over mine. So I'm like, shit, like I was just so fucked. But like the thing is, like the police were looking back, but they didn't see any damage. I didn't have any damage on my car. He didn't have any damage on his motorcycle. The police are just looking back and they're just like, oh Jesus, now we have to deal with these idiots. We're already dealing with an accident over here. We have to deal with these idiots. So like I see them looking at me, and at a certain point in time, they were just like, and they just stopped looking at me. So I'm like, they're gonna come over here, or they're gonna, what's going on right now? And so as they're looking at me, and this motorcycle guy's freaking cussing me out, like, what the fuck are you doing? Just cussing me the fuck out. We go like a little bit further because we're in the middle of an intersection. We can't be in the middle of an intersection. He goes to the right where I was supposed to go. I should have gone before him. He shouldn't have even been in the fucking equation in the first place. He goes to the right. I go to the right. He pulls over, and so I'm like, damn, now I have to pull. Just god damn, I have to deal with this shit. This is my technically second time fucking driving, and I'm just like, oh shit, my parents are gonna kill my ass. Freaking the police are gonna put this on my record. This shit's gonna go fucking this shit's gonna go terribly. So like anyway, we pull over to the side and shit. The biker pulls over to his side, but then a police car, because like I guess the police car was responding to the accident, the previous accident before our accident, but this car comes towards us. He's in our lane. He's on the right hand lane because he needs to get by the left hand lane in order to get to the accident. He gets into the accident. So the biker, once the police car passes him, he just goes back into the middle of the lane and he starts driving off. So I'm like, where's this guy going? Like, is he, what's going on right now? So I start to follow him a little bit, and he looks back at me. He's like, what? Why are you still following me? Why are you still following me? I'm like, dude, I mean, you're not hurt. I'm not hurt. Then there's no damage. But you know, do you want to report this? Do you want to just leave this be? And he was like, no, yeah, obviously I can't hear him, but I understand what he's saying through his like sign language, one-handed sign language. He's like, like I'm like, oh shit, you want to go? You want to leave? Shit, shit. If you want to leave, if you want to go, bro, I'm good. If you don't care that I just hit you, even though it's your fault, you good? I'm good. And he just drove the fuck off. Like this dude just drove the fuck off, and like I was like, yo, this is fucking like I straight up just, even though it was kind of, I wouldn't say it's kind of both of our faults. I would say it's 75% his fault. If anything, 90% his fault because he shouldn't have been lane splitting in the first place. But anyway, um, yeah, like he just drove off because like there was no damage, no nothing. Dude just drove off, and I just drove off, and it was fucking crazy because like my mom, like I came in that same very day, and like my mom didn't know that I was driving in the first place. Like I asked my dad, like, is it all right if I go to the library? And he was like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. It's all right if you go to the library. And he gave me the keys to the car. He's like, here, take the keys because I don't feel like driving your ass. That's not what he said, but that's what he thought. Because like you parents, there comes a time where parents are kind of they're kind of tired of driving their kid everywhere. They want their kid to do it by themselves, so that they don't have to deal with it. It's like he's like, yeah, go whatever. And like I said, everything was fine until that point. Nothing bad would have happened unless that if that biker didn't fucking lane split from nowhere, that no collision, no nothing would have happened. So literally like the guy just drove off. I just drove off. The police didn't give a fuck. Like the police didn't care at all. Like the police were just like because they were already pissed off because that they had to deal with the accident. So when they saw our little mini accident, they were just like, wow, whatever, there's no damage, whatever. So I'm like, dude, I just fucking got away with this shit. And like I said, like I came home and my mom, she was like, oh honey, I heard you drove. Was it all right? Was it, did anything happen? And I'm like, so shit, that's my story. I mean, shit. I got into a fucking accident, even though it wasn't my fault. It was 90% his fault, 10% my fault. Because I guess I mean, even then, I mean, I don't know if it's 10% my fault. Because like I said, he was illegally lane splitting, just trying to bypass traffic, which isn't allowed in the state of Massachusetts. But fuck it. I
Is
mean,
your
there was
car
no
total?
damage to his car, no damage to my car. No one got hurt. He didn't get hurt. And like I said, he was like, fuck it, fuck you, I'm out of this bullshit. You good? You good? I was like, bro, I'm good. So we both just left. So that's my story of the day. What's good, Brianna? Yo, you there? Yo, Brianna, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I asked you a question. I thought you heard me.
Oh no, I was just telling that story until
No, yeah. Then you answered my question right after I asked. I said, "Was your car totaled?" And then you said, "Yeah, nobody's car was damaged, so we left." Yeah, so that's I just was
shit,
asking
yeah.
if your car was totaled. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean shit. We were that was so fucking weird, dude. I mean, oh shit, it was really weird. Let me just check the chat really quick. Can't come on tonight. My hubby got called out. Next. Okay. All right. Shit. But yeah. That was my story of the day. That was my weekend, or at least Saturday weekend, because that was so fucking like that was just so weird. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that shit. Especially the. I mean, I understand. I'm inexperienced because I haven't been driving all that much, but that was just fucking weird. What do the people in the comment section have to say?
Yeah,
We
I
got a
can't
lot of
see the comment
participants.
section on my cell phone.
It seems as though the chat is going pretty slow. I don't know if that's due to connection or what. I think I need to
I
get a
don't know.
multivitamin, vitamin B, and zinc supplement, but I don't know which ones to get. Some I've found have no effect. Do you guys know any legitimate vitamin sources? Yo, Brianna, do you know any like legitimate vitamin sources that have helped you?
No, I don't take vitamin. Nothing that helped me, or they just never helped me.
Yeah, same. At least the
So I
vitamin,
mean,
like
I
in
can't
terms of
even lie. Like, well, I still get I guess when I do Okay, like maybe because I can't do any dairy and everything like that. Like I'll take something to get calcium and everything, but that's it. Like, because I found even B vitamins and all those different B vitamins have stuff in them that um are high in sulfur content that I react to, but that could be just me.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I never really took any. The only thing I really took in terms of supplements were I think like two or three probiotics. Uh, I took ginkgo biloba, but that wasn't for the TMAU symptoms. That was for usually tests and quizzes. I remember during the ACT. What the fuck?
Oh
During
yeah,
the
yeah, I took
SAT.
that. I like taking that. It like boosted my.
Yeah,
I felt
your
like it boosted
mental.
my serotonin. I was taking that
What's it called?
years ago, I think, or 2.5 years ago. Yeah, I went through one bottle of that to just kind of boost me. Like I thought, like mood wise, it would help me. But even still, like I never continuously took a vitamin. Like
Yeah, same. I took ginkgo for
um,
about oh shit, I took that for about I don't know anywhere from 1 to 3, maybe 4 months. Because like I said, the only reason why I took it was for the SAT and for tests and quizzes.
yeah.
That yeah, like I said, I took a few probiotics. What else have I taken in terms of? I mean, no, I mean supplements. No, I really haven't taken any vitamins or supplements. I mean, I was trying to take Sage, but my dad. Uh, was it Sage or was it something else? Either it was Sage or something. Let me let me look up Sage. But like I remember one time, like I went to Whole Foods and it was expensive. Like Sage, organic Sage at Whole Foods was expensive. It was a good like a good amount of money for no, it wasn't, was it? It was something. It looked like marijuana. And so when my dad saw it, like I put it inside of a tincture. I put it inside of like a tincture bottle. I put it inside of a tincture bottle, and I put apple cider vinegar inside of it. Because like when you put an apple cider vinegar inside of a bottle, and you put herbs inside of that bottle, and you let it steep for anywhere from I think like 4 weeks to 6 weeks or something like that. Pretty much the apple cider vinegar will soak up all the essence of the herb, and then when it soaks up all the essence of the herb, that's when you can use it as a tincture. You can drink that. Well, you probably shouldn't drink it, but you can use like little drops of it just to get the full effects of it. And pretty much I tried steeping either sage or something else. I can't remember exactly. I don't think it was parsley, but it looked like a marijuana leaf. And so when my dad saw it steep, like he went fucking insane. Like he was like, "What is this shit?" He, just threatened to be like, just he went incredible. Like he thought I was doing like some sort of marijuana experiment in his basement or some shit. So he threw that shit out without even asking me. So I'm damn near $100 on herbs. I mean, sage. I think it was thyme. Was it? Let me look up. Let me look up what a thyme leaf or a thyme thing looks like. I don't. Maybe it was thyme because I'm looking at thyme right now, and thyme when it's grinded up, it kind of looks like grinded up marijuana a little bit. But I don't know. It was grinded. It was. I don't know. For whatever reason, my dad just thought I was doing weed, and he went fucking crazy.
So we're the only ones on here right now, Ryan.
Yo, Ryan, shit, I'm Zach.
Shit. The fuck. Sorry, Zach. The fuck. Why
Nah,
does
it's
it
alright.
say Ryan host the
Ryan.
fuck? In the WhatsApp group,
It
it's
says Ryan.
confusing. Why does it say Ryan hosts podcast? Did it? You the one texting me about doing a logo, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, is my name Ryan on the WhatsApp group or something?
Yeah, it says Ryan host podcast. Maybe I saved it as the wrong, and my phone
Yeah,
is the wrong. But yeah, we've
you
been
probably
talking
saved it.
about. Sorry about that. Oh, that's why
No, but
George said, "Who is Ryan?" LOL. And I was like, "The fuck you."
yeah, no,
Sorry,
you probably
Zach.
saved it. No, it's all right.
My bad. That's what you know. What? It's because so many like that's why I said what I said earlier. So many people were asking me questions and stuff, and I got confused and saved you. All right, so 774 is you,
Yeah.
and I need to change that to Zach. My bad, homie.
Nah, it's alright. But yeah,
So who's Ryan? There's no Ryan in the group.
oh no, no Ryan. I mean, not that I'm aware. No, no Ryan.
The fuck. I'm tripping. That's what I was talking about, DC. It was so many people texting me and talking to me like, dog, like, damn. That's why I said what I said earlier, like, yo, can you like put your picture up or something? Like,
Yeah, yeah. People definitely do need to put their picture and stuff like that. I
okay,
mean,
I
I
have it
I, I
saved
was
under Zach podcast slash admin. All right, cool. So that's what'll pop up from now on. My bad about that. Yeah, but
nah.
in general, like I just get confused like who I'm talking to, man, if they don't ever get
Yeah,
on
if they don't
here
put their name.
or
Yeah, and some of them like
yeah.
I'm looking at some of them right now. Like I think some of them. I mean, I'll admit like I don't. I'm not on there each and every single moment of the day. Like I try and say stuff throughout the day, just just to be relevant and just have conversations with people. But some people like just. I'm looking at. Let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8 people that I haven't seen them say anything in at least 2 or 3 months now, which is crazy. I mean, you don't have to be there each and every single moment of the day, but like I said, I mean, at least come in and say something. At least say what's up or say
I
good
don't
morning or some shit. That's what I think. But hey, what do I know?
yeah, I'm on there too, like saying good morning or good night or whatever. I'll be like, sometimes I'll just be like, what's up with everybody's day? Like just to try to get a conversation going. I don't even mean
Yeah,
about this issue, just a general conversation, but
yeah, straight up shit. Forrest said anyone plays GTA 5. I play GTA. I won't when I'm at home. I play GTA 5 on PS3 because I didn't feel like getting GTA 5 on the PlayStation 4. I mean, I already spent $60 for it on PlayStation 3, so why spend $60 for it on PlayStation 4? Just kind of, or I could do that whole thing where you can like import it, or what is it like? If you have it on one console, if you have it on PlayStation 3, you can get it on the PlayStation 4. But I just don't know. I just don't feel like going through the whole process of doing that. Do you play games, Brianna?
yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, but like, do you play like video games and all
Maybe I
that?
can hear you better if I put in my headphones. It's like I can hear you, but it's just really low.
Yeah.
Let me put in
Uh,
my headphones. Maybe I can hear you better.
I don't know if my microphone is low or what. So let me just like if people in the chat, if you're
Okay,
listening,
yeah,
just tell
no,
me if
I
my
heard.
microphone is. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can hear you better now that my headphones are in, so you're good. You don't have to fix anything.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. Level comments,
So
disable.
no, nobody else is coming on tonight.
Oh no, people. I mean, Leslie said she was going to come on, but she just had to go and eat or whatever before she came on. Um, Cammy said she couldn't come on. Oh, my aunt stopped by. Oh yeah, she said if her aunt, like she's with her aunt right now, but she said if her aunt leaves, she'll come on. So I'm not too sure when her aunt is gonna be leaving. But
Okay.
yeah, like I said, people. I mean, you know the struggle. I mean, I talk about it damn near every week. If you're even thinking about just coming on, like just I would say just come out and do it. I mean, really, you don't really need to use your actual name in order to come onto the podcast. I mean, it would be nice if like obviously my name is Zach, so I have to be upfront about that. But like, in terms of like let's say we have a nickname or whatever. We can work something around. Like I know people are they just don't want to come on because they're afraid of employers seeing this and they're afraid of employers seeing this, their friends seeing this and stuff like that. But I mean, I just not too because like that was a complaint that I heard about one person. Like they didn't want to come onto the podcast because they didn't want to show their face and they didn't want to put their name out there. And so they wanted to come onto the
Oh,
podcast
they
without.
did. They ended up telling you that.
Oh yeah, no, a few people have told me that. Like they didn't want they wanted to come onto the podcast with they didn't want to show their face, which I mean that can't happen. I mean that I don't know. I mean it's like you said, Brianna, in the chat. Like I mean it's just kind of weird. Like allowing someone to come onto the podcast, without showing their face, no name. Like could you imagine me just referring to you by like? Could you imagine me talking to you on the podcast, Brianna, right now? Like, let's say you didn't have a face to your name. You didn't even have your face on the damn webcam in the first place. You just had like a picture. And let's say I referred to you as anonymous the entire interview. Like, hey anonymous, how you doing today? How's your day been? Tell me about your symptoms, anonymous. It's like what the like,
Ain't
and not
nobody
even
got time
that,
for
bro.
all that. That's why I said what I said. Like, okay, if you want doctors to take this serious, like I know it's embarrassing, but more people are gonna have to put their their self out there. That's the bottom line.
I
Cause
was about to say, like, shit, ain't like I see people on TMAU forum all the time thinking about saying stuff like, oh, I can't wait till there's a cure. I can't wait till this. I can't wait till that. And they say it. They say that with hope and like hope, like oh, I can't wait till there's a cure. Like, no, dude, you don't realize you can't wait until there's a cure. You literally cannot wait because that day may never come. You have to do something about you have to put yourself
you have
out
to be
there
proactive.
sooner or
Yeah.
later. Think soon. Like if people really want this, if people really want something to be done, like they're gonna have to, whether they like it or not. I mean, I don't particularly like the idea of someone possibly finding this, but at the same time, whether I like it or not, peeps, I, I'm not gonna sit here and sit on my deathbed at the age of 50 and you're wondering, oh, could I have done something? Like I'd rather actually do something. Doing it, shit. At least I did something. I mean, shit.
Yeah, I had an older guy tell me when I was a part of the older groups on social media a long time ago, years ago, tell me that I was brave because I've met the amount of people I did, and he was like, "How do you just get on planes or trains or like if you happen to be in their area because you're already out there, just meet people who have this?" And I'm like, I mean, why not? Like, what you mean? Like, how do I do it? Like, if they're cool and we click, good enough, I just go meet them and get something to eat. Like, what the like to me, it's not a big deal. I don't look at y'all like freaks. I just look at y'all like y'all in an unfortunate situation like me. So,
It's kind of boring. Just homework, play video games, write some bars every here and there, but that's pretty much it. Like
but
that's
yeah,
kind
but
of
like that's
boring.
what I'm
Like,
saying. But like, I mean, right? But the way like they were just like, how do you just meet these people and like you're not nervous or you don't have anxiety? And I'm like, because I look at them like regular people. I'm a
I was
regular
about to
person.
say
It's just
this.
unfortunate circumstance. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'll go kick it. We'll get something to eat. You want to go to the movies? Like, it's not like we have to talk about this the whole time. Like, I have a personality, but that's what I'm saying. It's people even in the old groups that they swear they're friends with these people online, but to me, online is not real life. Because I'm like,
Yeah,
look, man, like if you're not eventually gonna meet these people and like put yourself out there and like just, I mean, what is the point?
yeah, no,
Like
I
I
agree.
just
I mean,
like if you lived closer to me, like honestly, by now I'd have been
yeah,
like,
no, you
bro,
probably
you
would
want
have
to go
met
meet
by
up and
now.
have
Shit.
some tea or something? Yeah, I would have just like not even have cared or like you want to play video games or some shit. Like,
Yeah, no,
but
like
that's
we
just
probably would have had a
me.
podcast together. Like me, like I'm actually trying to get two people,
Yeah,
two TMAU sufferers actually together in the same room so we can have like a podcast. Like I may not be there because obviously I'm over here in the East Coast doing school, and I know a lot of people with TMAU are on the West Coast. So maybe get two people in the West Coast together, or just two people who are close to each other. Get them together, and maybe they could be in the same room having a pod, be in the same room and me hosting, and we can just have something there, as opposed to just us being one person in Washington State, the other person in Washington D.C. Just all scattered all over the damn place. Like that's part of the reason why I actually created this. I wanted to friggin' meet people. I'm kind of friggin' tired of just doing calculus all day, just doing programming all day. I'm kind of I kind of want to meet new people and shit.
yeah, I think it's healthy, honestly.
Boring too. I mean, I'm kind of tired of just friggin' sitting down and not doing shit all day. That was
Oh
really the
yeah, yeah, definitely. Like
yeah.
I mean, I just laid around all day. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm tired of just going to work and coming home too.
exactly. Like
Like
the only reason.
if I would have known Leslie lived in Vegas when I was just out in Vegas, like I would have had no problem going to scoop her ass up and been like, all right, we about to go gamble real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just to break the ice. Like,
Yeah, shit.
even
Why
though,
not?
like, I mean, like, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not like, but I don't know. It's just some people they just don't ever want to even meet. They don't want to show their face. And I'm like, what do you think you're gonna do? Piggyback off of other people and
I know.
just
Like,
see what they use, and then it's like, okay, but then I don't really want to like talk to you though for real. Like that's what I think it is sometimes. Like trying to use people.
I don't know. Even though, like, shit, I can't remember the exact argument the person made, but like, they said that it wasn't like fair that I wouldn't let people without that I wouldn't let people come onto the podcast unless they had a webcam, which I thought. I mean, I understand
No, it
people
is
want me to
fair.
tone.
First of all, you don't even know who. Listen, no, you are
I was
being
about to
fair.
say like
They tripping.
I was about to say like first I know people have told me tone down the swear and all that, but I just think that's bullshit. I mean, how that's like that's like sitting on the bleachers and like shit. I I don't know. That's just like
I mean, it's
that's like
just who
being on the
you
bench.
are. Like
No, it's just that's like being on
that's
the
just
bench and
how
like
you
being
speak. So it's not a big deal.
no like that's like being on the bench and then getting mad at someone who's on the front lines, someone who's on the front lines trying to do something about it, and yet them being like, oh, I don't think it's fair how you won't let certain people onto the podcast just because of this and that. Whereas this and that is needed for a certain reason. Like you need to show your face because you need to let people know like this shit's real. Like me, Anya, Leslie, fucking Brianna, George, TJ, all of us, like fucking, we're on the front lines. Like
Gavin,
our faces are Gavin, he
yeah.
hasn't been on the live cast, but like our faces are on the fucking front lines, dude.
Oh,
Like fucking, we out here, like we putting our faces and our names out there. We out here, we trying to do something about this. Yeah, here you are sitting there complaining about, oh, I don't think it's fair how you're not letting people out webcams. Like, who the fuck are you talking about? Like, unfair. Like, we're the ones putting our shit out there. You're not even putting your shit out there, and you're talking about unfair. Like, like that's just be unfair to us. Like, shit about this.
yeah.
You're just sitting over there complaining, like, uh, I think that's nonsense. Shit, that's
I
my
mean,
two.
it's a support group, like I said. So I think it's important that we like help boost each other and make each other laugh. Like, even if we had a shitty day, just show your real personality and let it shine and make each other laugh. I mean, that's just me though. Like, because I don't want to just be in a group either where it's just people complaining.
Yeah, yeah,
And
definitely.
it's like, okay, yeah, we're all going to complain every now and then. But at the same time, like, it's okay to have normal conversations and just
Yeah,
some people you might click with, some people you might not, but just laugh, like loosen up a bit.
real talk. Like, shit, some people, I don't know. Some people they just don't want to. I don't know. They just don't want to come on, even if they use a fake name. I mean, I mean, in terms of like us addressing them, I would want to know their name, their real name, because I think that's just a human being quality that you want to know someone's name. But in terms
Yeah.
of like their tag, like the tag name itself, you can just be like whatever, like Boxman 123. It could just be whatever. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know. Show your personality, people, because it's kind of boring just sitting around not doing much. If you ask me. Where in reality, you can actually come onto the podcast, do something. Damn, this thing's not working. I'll be back in a sec. I just have to friggin' this laptop charger. It's about to go out in a second if I don't do anything about it.
What kind of laptop do you have?
All right, now we're plugged in, so it should be all set.
Can
God
you hear me?
damn, people. Yeah, I can hear you. I even, damn this shit. I even cause like people told me that they had a problem, like they didn't really know when the podcast would be. So what I did was I made a video in advance. Made a video in advance telling people when the podcast would be. It's gonna be around 7 o'clock. We started around 7 o'clock, and we have even less viewers than we did last time, which is kind of weird because people told me like, hey, can you let us know ahead of time? And I made a video. I made multiple comments on the WhatsApp thing. I made multiple comments on Rare Connect, and yet I did all the preliminary stuff, and yet we have even less viewers than we did last. We had like 35 viewers last time. This time we have like 14. But then again, that could be
We have 14 viewers right
attributed to
now,
the
but
last
with only two on here. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, that's I agree with you. I mean, I can't disagree with you there.
Yeah, that's just like one guy on the joint. He was saying on the chat, he was saying, oh yeah, somebody had called him, but he didn't know who it was. From all of our numbers being connected in the WhatsApp. And that's what I'm talking about. It was so many people texting me, asking me stuff, but I'm like, I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's another thing. You don't.
And it's like I'm
There's
supposed
no
to
face.
spill
There's
my
no
guts and
name.
tell
It's
you
like
all this stuff that I've been researching and trying for like years. But you can't tell me nothing about yourself. Like, nah, dog. Like, that is not how this works.
yeah, and you're damn near a fucking veteran compared to. I mean, you. I mean, obviously there have been people.
Well,
I'm
that's
sure.
why I updated with the links and stuff because I'm like, man, y'all were asking so many questions that people knew about like so long ago, and I know like
Yeah,
a lot of y'all just recently got. So I was like, okay, let me so y'all can catch up and stuff, and not, um, just so you can be caught up to speed, especially with stuff about Dr. Preddy. Like,
yeah, Dr. Pretty. I know a lot of
uh,
people didn't know about that until
yeah, that's I'm like, yeah,
a lot of people were looking into Sebi instead of Petty. Is it Petty or Pretty?
Preddy, yeah,
Pretty, yeah,
Preddy, Preti.
yeah, yeah. Like I said, most people were looking into Sebi and stuff like that. Damn. Oh, damn. That, damn. I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but that sucks. That sucks. Damn. Ladies and
Say
gentlemen.
what? I can't read the comments, man. Come on.
Yo, yeah, shit. Leslie ain't coming on.
Oh, why?
Uh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, she already put in the comment section, so I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter. People in the comment section can say it, but she says she looks like straight up crap right now because she just woke up from a nap. What the fuck nap was that? Like, what? She got home at 7 o'clock, or at least 7 o'clock my time, so 1 hour and 45 minutes. Damn, because she got home from work or whatever. How was
Oh,
work,
okay.
by the way, Leslie? Because I know she's working at a zoo or whatever right now. That was her second job or whatever, ever
Oh
since her
yeah.
first one. So,
I checked in with her like through a private message already.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it wasn't too
That's what I
stressful
mean.
though.
Like I like to have pop. Say it again.
Hopefully, it wasn't too stressful for her.
Yeah, yeah. No, but that's what I mean by like I like being positive and just like
Yeah,
having
actually making
like
connection with
or
people.
just boosting morality. You know what I'm saying? Like like. But
Yeah, no, I mean, we kind of need it. Shit, I mean, no one else is gonna do this for us. So, shit. It's kind of like you. I mean,
yeah,
it's kind of like you said. Like, I feel. I don't mean this in a bad way at all. Like, I kind of feel. I mean, I'm just gonna say, and like I said, I don't mean in a bad way at all. I just kind of feel like obligated to kind of do that kind of stuff, like just check in with people, even though it may not be a huge thing. Like, it may not be a huge thing, but just like let someone know, like, hey, what's going on? I heard, you were going through a rough time, or hey, what's going on? I heard this, that. Just checking in on the person and trying to pick each other up. Because I mean, I feel as though family members are kind of forced to do it. You know what I mean? Like, when it's your birthday, it's kind of,
yeah, of
when it's your
course.
birthday, your family member's kind of forced to tell you happy birthday, or else they're a shitty family member. Um, or at least either that, or they just were too busy and forgot. But it's kind of nice when you have someone, especially with TMAU, because I mean, TMAU related symptoms, because you know how that stuff can be. But it's kind of nice when you have someone
Yeah,
who's not your family member who's forced to tell you, happy birthday, tell you happy birthday. It's kind of funny, or it's kind of nice when you have someone who isn't your family member just check in on you or whatever. So, like I said, I'm not saying in a bad way, but I feel kind of obligated to do that with some people in the podcast. and not even people in the podcast, but people in the live chat too. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't check in with each and every single person because I mean, there's like damn near 30 people in there. But I don't know, just a little, hey, what's going on, or hey, this person's in, we can help this person, or just whatever.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it helps and goes a long way, especially if somebody's starting a new job or um just anything. I mean, especially with y'all being in college and I already finished that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I don't have a problem if people reach out and be like, hey, like they just want to like laugh or shoot the shit about something else because it's just a fucked up day. Like I would rather that than for them to just be depressed and isolated, feeling like they
Yeah,
can't even like they're not even human, like they can't even like laugh or connect with anyone.
yeah, that's why. I mean, this podcast is really. I mean, that's why I really like doing it. I put a lot of effort into it, or at least as much effort as I can into it. Because I mean, I've been putting off like schoolwork and stuff like that just to do this podcast, and I've been putting off a lot of stuff just to do this podcast because it just humanizes people really. I mean, it's kind of nice just
Yeah.
not. I remember last semester, all I did was calculus. All I did was friggin' programming. That's all I did 24/7, and that shit kind of gets boring, especially as a sophomore. I mean, they call it a sophomore slump for a reason. Like that shit is real. Like you get real tired of that stuff after a year. I mean, don't get me wrong. Junior year and senior year, you kind of get more motivated because you realize you're at the end of the finish line. But I'm telling you, sophomore
Well,
year,
junior
like
year was the hardest year of college for me. Like that's when like the classes got a shitload fucking harder, and
yeah,
senior year was easier because it was pretty much like everything was about senior project and then like just dealing with classes that had to do with your major.
I
But
have a
junior
feeling.
year, that shit was like that shit was like the make it or break it year where I damn it was like it wasn't even about this because I didn't even know I had this shit that bad then in junior year. I was seriously thinking about dropping the fuck out, even though
Yeah,
I was still getting good grades.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
thing.
No shit. Yeah,
And I remember like when graduating, people were like, well, if you think you have TMAU or you think you have this and that, like how the fuck were you getting A's and B's in college? And I was like, dude, I can disassociate. Dude, I can go to class and fucking ace a test or take notes and study on my own and be good to go. Like that what the fuck does that have to do with having this shit? Like, and I think like a lot of doctors would look at me like, well, damn, like because most people if they have this, like how can they even concentrate? But I still went to college and got good grades. So
yeah. I mean, I'm getting pretty good grades. I mean, my
like
lowest grade I ever got was a C. Highest grade I ever got was a A, and that A was a 99. So I mean, I'm getting pretty good grades. It's
yeah, I
like
was
I said,
psyched when
like
I
I
got
can.
like almost a perfect A in statistics and like a lot of people flunked it and they would have to take it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, I'm not looking to do
And they
that. I'm
needed to
not
get
looking to.
tutors and shit. No, like, well, that's the thing. Like, it was on my curriculum, even though it was the art program. Like, it said you had to take like calculus or statistics, like what
Fuck
because it's the
that.
top two hardest maths, right? Bro, like I was so psyched when I was A statistics, couldn't tell me nothing. Like,
Leslie,
even the professor was like, "Yo, everybody be failing this shit. Like, how the fuck, you know?" And it took me like 5 hours to do one test though, but I ate that shit. Like,
Leslie just asked, y'all got any study tips? Look up the Fe- Feynman
hold on,
study tips.
you have to say it again. It was breaking up.
Leslie just asked if you got any study tips, and I just told her look up I think it's called Feynman or Feynman study tips, and pretty much like there's a lot of lectures on it. And this isn't just towards Leslie. This is towards everyone watching this podcast live or whether it be playback. Just look up FEYNMAN lectures or techniques, and it goes into how you should study for not just science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, but how you should study for pretty much every one of your topics. It goes really in depth, really. Just look up, like I said, just look up Feynman tips or study topics or study techniques. Pretty much the basis of his thing. He has a lot of complex theories about how to study, when to study, stuff like that. But the bare minimum is pretty much study the concepts first, and then after you study the concepts, study the intricacies, like the theory first, theory and concepts first, and then the intricacies, like how everything works, and all that kind of stuff. Like I said. in order to better understand how to study better, look up Feynman technique, and it'll help you a dozen. I promise, because it helped me a dozen for sure. We'll look up. Okay, yeah, she said she'll look it up when she gets the time or whatever. So back in the day. Yo, Brianna, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yeah, I was saying you're going in and out. I heard like every other word.
Let me try and fix this really quick. All right, is that? Well, hold up. Yeah. Oh shit! I don't know if that's better or not. Shit. Oh fuck! I hate this shit. I hate this shit. If I wasn't well, I mean, when if I wasn't in college, I have more money, and I have more money, enough money to get a good microphone, and to um, I don't know, if I was in a better location, I would try and do something about the sound and stuff. I know there's like something called like a soundproof blanket. That's what they use in studios and home podcasters or people who podcast from their house and all that stuff. They use like soundproof blankets all over the damn place, and you can it's a lot easier to hear the audio and stuff. But a little too poor for that crap. What's your major for? Sid said. I'm doing computer science. Leslie's doing anthropology, and then you did what did you do related to art? You did like graphic design or something
I
like
wanted
that?
to do yeah. I wanted to do art therapy, but I just picked the art program and graduated early.
Yeah,
Because if I would have stayed to finish the therapy part, I would have had to stay in college another year, and I just couldn't deal with it, dog.
yeah. No, I'm trying to get out.
Like I
I
ain't
mean,
gonna
I'm
lie. I was like, look, all right, like, hey, I was
yeah,
like, shit
no.
was getting a little too, my temper was getting a little too tight. I was like, man, you have to pick some shit and walk across the stage, dog. Like, make a choice.
I don't want to stay in college too long, to be honest. Like I know so many kids who they're like, oh yeah, no, I'm not ready for the office life. I want to go back to college, get my master's. I'm not looking to do that. If I do get my master's, I'll get it online. Like
Yeah, I can go back
Georgia,
anytime to like the school I
yeah,
graduated from and get it online, like legit. Like, so I'm not worried about it. So I'm like, maybe when I'm like 35, 40, but there's no
yeah.
rush. Like, I got the big chunk out of the way.
I'm in no rush to get my master's. I mean, after all you really need in my field, in my major, computer science, all you really need to have like a really good job, like to have a job that pays anywhere from 60,000 to 100,000. All you really need is a bachelor's degree in computer science. I even know people who have bachelor's degrees in computer science. They're making over 100,000. So I mean,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
it's pretty much legit once you have a bachelor's of arts degree or bachelor's degree. Like, you're pretty much legit to like once you land that good job, having a set salary and being good to go. Like, masters now to me, depending on what you do, is kind of overrated
yeah. When you get a
to
master's,
me. It's just
especially,
like, and especially when you got to pay them goddamn loans back. I wasn't going to no more goddamn debt. Fuck that. Me
yeah,
and Sally
I'm
Mae
not looking
still
into
be
that debt
beefing.
either. I'm actually because like I wanna like one of my goals is to like just set up not a garden but like a fucking big ass forest of just like medicinal herbs, medicinal well not vegetables aren't medicinal but like medicinal herbs and like just vegetables and all that kind of stuff that'll hopefully I can do some trial and error, try and bring down the symptoms. But in order to do that, I'm going to have property, and in order to have property, I'm going to have money, and in order to have money, I need to get rid of this debt. So I'm trying to look for a job,
Man,
obviously
yeah,
when I get out of
Sally Mae
college.
is a fucking dick. Like, dude, Sally Mae, I be you know what, let me not say it on this shit because it's loud. They might fucking find my ass.
Wait,
But,
who you said, Sally
you
Mae?
know, Sally Mae, yeah, that's who I took my loans out with. They be expecting you to pay back monthly what you pay for like apartment rent. And like the fuck, you need to
The
get some people
fuck?
that time to get like that type of career. Are you fucking crazy?
The fuck? I'm not spending that money.
And then they wonder
Like
why
what?
people defer shit for like
Like
years. It's like, man, you gotta live. Like you act like people have like the option to live with their parents when they get out of college, like they don't have real live bills or live on their own or like car notes and shit. Like, god damn, like so you should just pay. Like, where, with what? Like, what the fuck? Like,
That's crazy, yo. Well, what do you mean by apartment? Like anywhere from like 900 to like 100 something or 1,000, whatever.
Sally Mae, depending on what type of loans you took out, will ask for like, um, depending on how much debt you went in. I have old friends that went into way more debt than me. I'm talking about like damn near close to like 80, 90,000. I'm not that high just to get a bachelor's degree at other colleges, right? In the Virginia and DC area. I'm not
Fuck
that high.
that.
I wouldn't go that high
I'm
for a
not.
goddamn bachelor. I don't know how their shit got that high. It's not my business, but I know it did. And they got out of school before me. And I know some of them was like giving Sally Mae like fucking like $500 to $600 a month. But they had the good jobs, but they started paying it back, and then they might have still been living at home or whatever. But my thing is living on your own, and even in the
Oh, if
smallest
you live on
apartment,
your own, it's
if
worse.
yeah, how the fuck you go and pay your rent, electric, a car note, and then give Sally Mae $700 to $800 a month? Like, it's impossible. Like they, that's why like these programs where you can get out of debt, or they consolidate the loans and then the debt disappears. Like, I need to get into them shits because I feel like I already deal with too much shit anyway, and they're not giving me fucking a long enough time. Like, I just turned 30. I feel like they should give people until the age of 35
Yeah,
to like
at
really
least
get into their
something.
career good. Like, because it's not guaranteed that once you get your bachelor's that you're gonna get
Yeah, you're gonna get a good
the,
job.
like, you
Yeah,
could get a, yeah.
it really
So
depends on your
sometimes you still
major.
be
Yeah,
taking whatever you can get. Yeah. It does
I mean,
depend on
if
your major. So they need to give them like at least, like in my opinion, like 10 years.
they should give them some, because I mean, if you go, let's say you're doing philosophy, it's obviously if you're doing philosophy, it's gonna be a lot harder for you to get a job than if you were doing,
Right. Or if you're doing history, all
biochemistry
you
or
know
something.
damn well all you can be is a history teacher when you get
You,
out. And I mean, like, let's, you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
a
Or if you
history
teach
teacher,
math,
like,
all you could be is a fucking math teacher. Like, you can't even, and everybody knows that teachers don't make shit.
yeah,
So, I mean, everybody knows that. Like, I was a teacher when I got out of college a few times. And that shit was like not making no money. I just did that shit because like my mom said I had to get a job and shit.
yeah, no,
So, you know, when you, like, I can't just be in the fucking house all day. Like, my mom, if I don't have a job after a few months, she's gonna be like, "Oh, did you hear back from any job? What the fuck?" Like, so I just, of course, I'm gonna take the shit the next thing that come along. And they don't make anything like even like the principals and all them. Man, listen, I go in there negotiating on what I think I should make as a teacher, and they be like, I don't even make that much as a principal. I'm like, the fuck?
man, I just,
Mm.
I don't know. I would encourage everyone going or like thinking about going to college. If you are gonna go, definitely do something. Definitely choose a major that's either gonna make you. I mean, with the price of college, either gonna put you into the upper middle class or if not upper middle class, to the point where you'll be financially stable within, I would say, 2 to 7 years of when you graduate. Because you really don't want to. And let's say you're trying to become a math teacher, which if you have a degree in math, you really I'm not trying to tell anybody to do what to do with their life, but if you have a degree in math, you really should not be a math teacher or math professor. If you have a degree in something as complex as math, and I'm not talking high school algebra, I'm talking like when you get a degree in math, even when you want to be a high school teacher, when you get a degree
Like,
in
they should
math,
be
you have
doing
to
something
do,
like engineering, right?
yeah, like
Something.
fucking like engineering, or
Yeah, make that bread.
yeah, like
Right?
either
Don't be
engineering
wasting all
or
that
like,
brain power for
yeah, don't
nothing.
do. That's the last thing you should be doing. Wasting brain power, especially with something as complex as math. When you get a major in math, you have to take. Even if you want to become a high school teacher, you have to take hard ass classes like Calc 1, Calc 2, depending on how good or how bad you are with algebra. That can be whatever. But Calc 3 is not easy. Um, Differential equations can sometimes be not easy, and I've seen some of the class like mathematical statistics, linear algebra, depending on how good you are with algebra. Um, and then all the other classes that you have to take after that. I mean, depend like I'm saying, do not waste that brain power. Become an economist. Become an an analyst, become something. Just do not waste that brain power and become a math teacher. That's the last thing you want to do. Do something with that brain power. You have a degree in something that is extremely valuable. Like companies are looking for people, are looking for analysts. I mean, there's so much data. All right, you don't. I'm not saying go into computer science. I'm saying like you have so much data that you have to calculate all these numbers up, and someone's gonna have to do that. And companies are looking for people, and that's not even it. There are just so many endless opportunities if you have a degree in math. The last thing you should be doing is trying to become a math teacher or professor. I mean, you want to become a math teacher or professor, do that when you're at the tail end of your working career. Like let's say
Dude, screw
let's
the
say you haven't.
professors too, though. Let me tell you, like when I was in college, it was like people teaching my classes that I thought were like real deal professors because they make like hot bucks, and they
Yeah.
weren't. They were just called them. They were like um some other different word. But then when I asked them, I'm like, when you're always teaching different classes, like in the art field, but you're not, and they're like, oh, like they only let a certain amount of professors be like in the art program, and other than that, like you're considered lower than that, and you get like way lower fucking pay, like barely making anything. I'm like, bitch, what? Like you teach like, and you saying a goddamn professor? Like I felt bad for them. Like the fuck. But for
Yeah,
real
no,
though,
I'm.
some programs are like that when you look up everybody in that section, like who teaches, and then you'll only see like professor by like two people's name. I'm like, how the fuck all these people teaching in this goddamn like, and
No
they
one wants to
basically
teach there.
technically they keep having jobs, but they even said like, yeah, every semester pins and needles because they don't know if they're gonna have a job. They don't know if they're gonna be called back and to be like, I guess what
Yeah.
is it, like a substitute professor? I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. But
Adjunct.
I'm like, man, adjunct. That's the word, adjunct professor. Yep.
Yeah.
And after a while, I'd be like, bitch, I gotta go somewhere else and find a real job. Like I can't. Like I was like, how the fuck y'all keep doing this shit? Like I mean, and they keep just bringing them along.
I
Oh,
don't know.
y'all thought
I
y'all was
mean,
gonna be a
personally,
real professor this month. I mean, this semester, and then it still didn't happen. And I would just be like, yo, much teaching as you do, and they be smart as fuck.
they be smart
Like
as
as much
fuck, and yet they're.
programming as y'all know, like, and they still won't give you a goddamn upgrade.
I was about. I wouldn't do it.
Dog, I
I
was like,
wouldn't
they
do
just
it.
be using people. Colleges be using people. I swear, they be
I would.
straight
I wouldn't do it. The only way I would
blowing people
teach.
out.
The only way I would be a computer science teacher is if let's say I was 45 years old and I hadn't made enough money to retire, I would go into being a teacher because one of my computer science teachers right now, the only reason why he's a teacher is because he doesn't want, and he's a damn good teacher. He's the best teacher in the entire department. He straight up told me like the only reason why he wanted to do was because he wanted less work, and he was willing to accept less of a paycheck, but he still gets paid pretty good money. Like he went from making I think like 100,000. It's like making not 60,000, like a little above 60,000. And 60,000, that's after making 100,000. I mean, personally, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, you made 100,000 for God knows how many years, and you went from 100,000 to 60,000, and you're in your last year, you're in your last few years of teaching, or your last few years of working. Then why not? It's just a small downgrade in terms of what you've already had. I mean, yeah, 40,000 maybe big to some people, but you've already, at this point in his life, he's probably already made a million. So why not take this downgrade? Because I mean, you're gonna be retiring anyway in a few years. You don't need boatloads of money. You've most likely already bought everything that you wanted to buy. Your kids are probably all set. So it wouldn't hurt to take the downgrade. I would do it. Shit. Because I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie, like I kind of don't
that's the
wanna.
only way I would be a professor too. Is like
Yeah, exactly. Like I
older
kind of
and
don't want to
just
be working 9 to 5s when because what's the point of working 9 to 5s when you've already made your money? Why not become a professor and work?
I don't know. Some people
Maybe
just want.
I don't. I'm not that kind of person. Like I don't. I
Some
just need
people are
enough
work
money. Like,
addicts too, though, where they
oh
can't
yeah,
sit
I
still.
used
It's
to be
like
a
if they
work
don't.
addict.
Yeah, if they even after they retire, made like millions already, like they'll still go back to work just to have shit to do. Like they couldn't that type of time on their hands. Like it would drive them
Yeah,
nuts.
no, that's not me. I'm not a work addict. I used to be. I used to be a huge work. Like I just was working each and every single moment of the day. But then it got to a point where it's like, man, I kind of don't want to be doing. You know what I mean? Like you just want to do other things in life. You just kind of want to either have fun or just have relationships or just have friendships. And you're just kind of like, man, this stuff's kind of. I don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life. Just being a work addict, constantly worried about getting money and all that. Because it gets old,
Yeah,
really.
I was like that, putting myself through college, and it does get boring. And I felt like I paid my dues. Like I did what I had to do to get myself out of college. But now it's like, honestly, I just really want to have fun. It's like, fuck, like
Yeah,
I put myself through college. Like I paid my dues. I did what I had to do, and it's like now, um, damn, like social life needs to kind of pick up here. Like
yeah, yeah,
I
definitely.
know I'm a good worker. I know I'm good at saving money. Like I can hold my own self down. Like I don't have type of issues. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
I can't. I mean,
it's just like the fuck, man. Like
yeah, no, I mean, I can't disagree with you there. You just kind of get to a point where you're just like, damn, like, even I remember my freshman year, like, I took an internship, I took 6 classes, and on the 6 classes, I would say two of them were pretty hard, but, it just got to a point where I was just like, man, I kind of want to do something else in life, just kind of have fun and stuff. And, I don't know, you just don't want to be a workaholic each and every single moment of the day, really. And that's one thing about new generation people. Even though I'm part of the new generation, and like I do consider myself a part of the new generation. It's just that in heart, like in my essence, I am in no by no means a new generation child. I can tell you that. But that's one thing I like about like newer generation people. Like they're more willing to like have fun. The only problem is that they don't know when to kind of scale that back. And I can say that as someone who is a part of this generation, unfortunately. Um, they just don't know how when shit's real. Like you can't just say, oh, who cares if I graduate in 7 years, because you're not the only one paying for that. Your mom's paying that, your dad's paying for that. You're gonna have to pay for it eventually, and if you don't pay for it, your children are gonna be paying for it. So I don't know. Just gonna have to assess the situation and deal with it wisely and not be a dumbass about it, like a lot of these kids over here are.
yeah,
But I guess they just don't care, and that's not my problem. I got
they
my own
don't.
problems.
Yeah, like I see a lot of younger just like it's just like damn dog. Like y'all don't be caring about shit. Like
Yeah, no, I've
guidance either. It's like God. My parents are divorced or whatever, but they taught me to be real responsible at a young age. So
yeah, no, like
I
they taught you what was
yeah,
up, like
so
I
I
don't know,
have
my
more
parents
survival
and
skills, but I don't know. Other people don't be caring about shit, or they think like when shit happens to them, other people like they're like, oh, this and that happened. Look at them like that's like what you thought was gonna happen. Like somebody gonna be there to save you just because you're you. Like you gotta, it's like damn. Like I wish I could just trade places where I could just worry about just being popular and partying all the time.
yeah,
Like
straight up.
it's like, did you really thought you was gonna wake up and if you spent all your money, like your lights wasn't gonna get cut out today? Hello, like
Yeah,
electric company
shit.
don't be fucking around. Like that's what I mean. Shit like that. When I can't believe this happened to me. Like, bitch, this called the real world now. Like, you better pay your bills first, the fuck, and then go out.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah,
don't
no.
care. Like everything is about just turning up, and I'm like,
Yeah, I haven't.
God, I
I
wish
see
I didn't
so
have this
many
problem. I couldn't
like
live that carefree.
there's this one guy at the end of the hall who, I mean, this dude is always watching television, blasting music, just playing video games, and I'm like, dude, like, have you picked up a single book your entire college career? Like, it's crazy. I mean, some of these dudes are just they're fucking crazy. Like, I can't even go into it. Like, I've just seen so many people who they just don't care, just blow everything off, blow off their classes. It's like, like, I feel bad for them, but like I said, it's not my problem. That's their problem. If they can't find their drive, their resolve, then that's not my problem.
Yeah.
It's sad, but
They
shit.
them be the type of ones that be wanting to like like cheat and shit, or think they can cheat their
Oh
way out of
yeah, like
college, or
you
they
can't be
think,
cheating
yeah,
in
and then they were
college.
like that. I think that's
Yeah.
easier like on a more when you're in freshman year, but look, let me tell you something. Get to junior year and you
Yeah,
fuck
you ain't
around and get
cheating.
them hardcore professors
Yeah.
that don't give a fuck who you will like how rich your family is. Your ass getting kicked out of school
Yeah, no.
straight the fuck up. Like it was a few scandals at my school where it was like literally like especially in those big classes where it's like the auditorium classes where like 300 to 500 people can fit.
Yeah.
um they literally like I don't even know how they got into the teacher system, but the teacher found out like in the middle of the semester, and then he made an announcement at the final like, oh yeah, I've been known some of y'all have been cheating, and so we had to sit like space they had to sit, him and his assistant sat everybody where they wanted us to be, so it was literally like a fucking 2 hour line just to get in to take his final for a science class. And
Jesus.
then they were walking around watching the whole time, and then like this is how out of the way you had to go. That everybody, like the person sitting next to you, didn't have the same fucking test or the same
Damn.
questions. So it was like three different tests, but for one class. So and
Yeah,
the way you
ain't no
got seated, you
cheating.
couldn't look at anybody next to you to like um fill in the bubble, like because nobody had the same fucking test.
Ain't no
And I'm
cheating.
like, bruh, like the fuck?
Ain't no cheating in college. Maybe you can get away with it, but let me tell you, like straight up, ain't no cheating in college, dude. Like you're better off just don't get me wrong.
Just fill
When
the
I was in
fucking
high school,
pass. Yeah.
yeah, like when I was in high school, like I would cheat all like every damn near every test I did was just me cheating, and I never got caught. But then when I got to college, like I noticed like ain't no cheating. Like I didn't get caught or anything. I never even attempted it. But like I said, it's just there's so much information in some of these classes that you if you try and cheat, you're just you're gonna waste more time cheating as opposed to studying. Because like when let me tell you right now, like you study, you'll know what to do for each and every single thing. When you cheat, like when you have like a slip of paper or whatever rolled up into your sleeve, you have to pull out the slip of paper, pay, watch the teacher, pay attention to your thing, watch other people because there'd be snitches in the class. You have to watch other people, yes.
Snitches are the
You have to watch
worst.
other people, and then you have to like watch the teacher, and like by the time,
God, and they be like
when,
the nerdiest ones too. Go ahead, Dom.
yeah,
Listen.
no, no, but like once you get to like the third problem, you're fucked because like you've spent so much time trying to cheat to the point where like 15 minutes of not even 50 minutes because like some classes that have long ass essays, 40 minutes will go by and you're just wasting all this time trying to cheat. And yet, you're on the third question. Everybody else is on the 10th question. The professor looks at you like, "What the hell is your problem? Did you not study? Are you cheating? What's wrong with you?" And so it's just study. I mean, just fucking even either study or fail. That's it. Don't
Pretty
even.
much. Just take the L and fill the class B. Uh, what happened? Ooh.
All right, I'm back, or at least hopefully. Shit. Oh shit, I hate this shit so bad. Let me try and get Brianna back on. Fuck. Bear with me, people. It's the best I'm doing with this college Wi-Fi. All right, so the stream will come back on in a second. Oh shit! God, this shit is so annoying. But like I said, I'm doing the best I can with the college Wi-Fi that I've been provided with. So that's all that matters. Who's playing right now? The Raiders and the Dolphins? I don't care about anybody on that team.
Okay, I'm back. Can you see me? Hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we got disconnected. Like it just got really bad, chopping up.
That shit sucks. But we here now, people. We still got 13 people strong. So let me just refresh the chat. And after I refresh the chat, see what people are saying and stuff. Okay, yeah, we're back. Hello, Zach. Where are you? Hello, so what's happening, Zach? Yo, I don't know what to tell you. I'm doing the best I can, people. I'm doing the best I can with the Wi-Fi that I have over here. So, oh, by the way, I don't know if Vitamix are going on sale, but if they are, people, get them up. Like those are really good blenders. Like I'm telling you right now, like I have a Vitamix over here, and it's one of my better investments that I've ever made. Straight up, like that shit is like it had to be. It has to be one of the best blenders. There's another one. I forget what it's called. It's a vacuum blender. Um, But pretty much, if you are going to get a blender, either get that one or the one that I'm about to tell you about. Let me just look it up. It's called, I don't remember what kind of vacuum blender it is. Pretty much the purpose of a vacuum blender is to save all the, save, like, for example, when you blend something, if you notice that if you blend something and then you, like, leave it out, like, let's say you blend a smoothie and you leave the smoothie out for, like, uh, not even leave it out, even if you leave it in the fridge for, like, 30 minutes, maybe not 30 minutes, maybe for like an hour, like, you know, you blend it and then you want to come back to it an hour later, it's not going to taste the same. If you actually use a vacuum blender, the vacuum blender will make it taste the exact same from the very first moment that you blended it. And not only that, but the vacuum blender, it's like I've actually had a vacuum blended smoothie before. The vacuum blender actually it actually like saves nutrients. Like for example, when you blend a smoothie or whatever, you're actually chopping the thing up and then you're chopping it up into like micro-sized pieces and stuff, or at least the smallest piece as you possibly can. And you're pretty much killing nutrients, even though you know that it may be easier to consume something that's blended than something that's full, like you know, whole food. Um, you're still killing off some of the nutrients. So when you vacuum blend some of your stuff, it just saves a lot of the nutrients and stuff. So and a vacuum blender to anyone. Right here, it's called the Tribest Dyna Pro. Yeah, Tribest Dyna Pro. It's pretty expensive, so you may want to look towards another vacuum blender. I know there's this personal vacuum blender, multifunctional baby food maker, mini smoothie blender. So it's kind of a smoothie blender, baby food maker, all that kind of stuff. Let me look at the name of it. Bestiad or Bestiad, whatever. Best Aid, whatever the fuck. BESTAID. So yeah, Best Aid personal vacuum blender. Kind of looks like a weird blender, but whatever. If it does a trick, then I guess it does a trick. You got 18 viewers up in here, but yet just 2 people on the damn podcast.
All right. Come on, guys. Somebody hop on.
Like straight up, dog. Like,
Why do
oh
I just
man,
want to
I don't know.
watch, man? But I don't want to say nothing.
You're preaching to the choir. Shit, you're preaching to the choir.
See, and the
Damn,
thing is, you
I've been.
can see like who it is. I can't. Like, so I'm like, who are these 13 people?
Yeah, no, and I mean, I don't want to call. I mean, I'm not going to call out Leslie because Leslie, she's actually been on podcasts before. So if she doesn't want to come on, or she's too busy to come on
Yeah, I
this one,
mean,
that's fine. Yeah, no, I'm not going to call her out. But everyone else, like, I
yeah.
mean, come on, like,
No, I watch the
damn.
old podcast, so I know the ones that keep getting on. Like I said, I watched like all the videos before I reached out to you. So I know the ones that keep getting on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like when I see someone in the comment section who's already been in the podcast and they don't like, let's say they're too busy because they're like in a meeting and they're just like doing this as like a side thing. Or let's say they're at work and they're just in the comment section. Like that's fine, you know. I mean, I don't really care about that. But everyone else is like, damn. It's like, come on, shit. I'm just reading some of the comment section. Rico YouTube right now it says I have a Ninja Ultimate Blender. I used that for a little bit. I didn't really like it all that much. It left a lot of like I would blend something, and I would try and like drink the thing, and then I swear to God, like I would choke up on a friggin' like choke on a damn rock or something in my throat, and it didn't really blend as well as I wanted it to. Has anyone been officially diagnosed with TMAU? Knowing what you have is half the battle. The only person that I know of who's been tested is Anya, and tested positive is Anya. Um,
Well, no, I
yeah, no,
I stated in the group like they told me I had a metabolic disorder through my blood work.
yeah, but like he was asking like about TMAU though, so
Oh, but see, like you specifically. But what I'm saying is like, yeah, like, and then they
yeah,
told
in
me like
terms,
that's what you should go, be
yeah,
like. It has to be. I mean, because they said like basically my enzymes were like totally screwed up, and like when I was eating, it just wasn't being broken down properly. So that would pretty much still be in the TMAU family, pretty much, or something close enough to
yeah.
it.
So I'm going to convince the
Yeah.
same guy who asked. He said I'm going to convince my GP to this week. I mean, you can't really convince your GP to diagnose you with something. You can convince her or him to try and get you tested, but you can't, either you have it or you don't, and it's based off of your genes. It's not based off of what your GP says. Even, I mean, he could be the most corrupt GP in the world. He still won't pass you for a diagnosis. You know, so convince to test.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to convince him to test you to do that, and then go from there.
And like I said, the only reason I got as far as I did with that one doctor is because she never denied detecting me, and she was like, thought I was like dying and shit. So I had to get like all this blood work done because she was like, what the fuck? Like, like I've never met nobody like you type shit. Like, I mean, I'm laughing, but it's true.
Yeah, no, at least
She
she's
was
being
like,
honest.
nah, I
Shit.
don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, at least she's being honest. I've had some doctors straight up lie to my face. Shit.
But that was the only one that was honest. And then when she wrote up the recommendation letter and typed out like how she felt about me and what I needed to be tested for, when I went to the specialist, that guy was a dick
Yeah.
and kept wiping his hands with antibacterial soap and read what she wrote. And she was a credible doctor and rolled his eyes, go take more showers, and that he doesn't even. And I'm like, so you don't even believe what another fucking doctor wrote? The fuck? I was like, man, the fuck, man.
Oh man.
American doctors are very fucking arrogant, and they don't even care to know about new shit. Cause I swear they're just like psychiatrists, just in it for the goddamn
Oh
money.
yeah, yeah. So I went to a psychiatrist one time, and I
That's
could
I'm like,
just
what
tell,
the
like,
fuck, like,
yeah.
man.
I went to this one psychiatrist, and I could just tell, like, this guy just didn't. He just wanted the money, and it was just fucking terrible. Like I remember, like he came out, and the very first thing he asked my dad was like, "Oh, hey, how are you guys doing today?" Gave us both handshakes. He was all this, happy, happy bullshit. When in reality, he was only being happy so he can get this paycheck. He was like, "Oh, so I just want to let you guys know, the first appointment is $20." My dad immediately rolled his eyes. He was like, "Jesus fucking Christ!" Like he knew what the deal was. Like this guy, just one
Dude,
of those people. They just want the
they tell you what the fuck. They, everybody has a fucking past, man, and everybody's family is dysfunctional to a certain point. I've been to so many goddamn therapists. I swear to God, they all be playing fucking games.
yep.
Like a person will play with your mind in the goddamn streets. It's like they keep wanting to talk about your goddamn past. I stopped at a few of them, and I'm like, look, man, let's talk about the future though. How about that? Like get you know what I'm saying? Ask them to talk about the future and see how mad they ass get because they can't make no money off of that shit.
Yeah, no
That's
shit.
like what
They'll
the
just talk about
fuck.
your
Like they be
past
like,
and
oh, like I think you're like this because of the past. You're like this because of that. bitch. I know that. Like, god damn, like,
Yeah, how can I fix this shit?
okay.
How can I go forward?
Yeah, like
Oh,
if I'm trying to move on and be positive and move forward, why we can't talk about my future?
yeah. I don't
Like, and
fuck
they
with
do
them
that to keep me coming
psychiatrists.
back. Like, and then one of them was like, "Oh, I feel like I need to see you 3 days a week." I'm like, "See you tripping, bullshit and everything.
I
3 days a
can't do
week
that
for
nonsense.
what? For what?" I was like, "Once a week is fine." And then he like overbilled me. No, the damn his assistant overbilled me. And then they said your insurance didn't cover this. So look, so y'all know like I'm 30 or whatever. So at this time, when I was going to this guy, I had got kicked off of my dad's insurance, the government insurance, which is like the best of the fucking best. Like, they kicked me off at like 27 or some shit.
Jesus.
And I'm like, how the fuck am I getting a bill talking about insurance and it cover this when I've been paying you out of pocket because my insurance ended like this many months ago. So now y'all just sending out fucking fake bills and thinking I'm just gonna be dumb and just pay you. And then he literally like tried to blackmail me and was like, "Well, if you don't pay it, I'm not gonna give you your anxiety medication."
Yeah, I don't use that
And I'm like,
medication
"What
either.
the fuck?" And I'm like, "But I don't owe you any fucking like I've been paying out of pocket." And I'm like, "Do you not remember that every time I come in here, I write you a fucking check out of a checkbook? Like I'm not giving you an insurance card because I don't even have insurance anymore."
Yeah, fuck that.
Like,
That
yeah, and then so I was like, so how are these bills correct? Like I could have definitely took their ass to small claims court. The fuck, fucking with me like that, trying me.
I can't even like that whole pill stuff. Like I remember one time, I remember one like before I went through the whole psychiatrist shit. My mom like she told me straight out, and like I didn't listen. I don't listen still to this day. I don't listen to my mom all that much. Like she'll give me some advice, and yeah, I'll listen to it. But she'll give me like life advice about what I should do for the future, and I definitely don't listen to that because I know what for at least I have a good sense of what's good for me. She doesn't have any good sense of what's good for me. But like she told me, and she told me like clearly, specifically, she made me know like, don't let him prescribe you any medicine. Do not let him prescribe you any medicine under any cost whatsoever. And at first I was like, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. But as I stopped and thought about it, I was like, you know what? She knows exactly what the fuck she's talking about. Like straight up, do not let them prescribe. I'm telling you right now, people, do not let them prescribe you any medicine. Especially, well, medicine. It depends on what you have.
Well, I mean,
But when it comes
a
to,
benzo is not an antidepressant, so something for anxiety,
oh yeah, yeah, that's
so you
fine. But
can
like I'm talking about like,
sit through class and finish a test is different than
yeah, no, I'm talking
antidepressant.
about like the fucking the stupid ass fucking what's it called, antidepressant bullshit. Don't fall for that shit. That antidepressant shit. Don't fall for that shit.
Yeah,
Do
that's what
not
I
fall.
told
I'm
them.
telling you.
Well, I don't go to therapy anymore, but that's what I would tell them. Like when I was trying to get through school and when I got out of school all the time, that I don't feel depressed. I feel, if anything, I feel overly anxious because of what I'm dealing with. So and that's natural. It's just I feel like anxious. Like I'm just
Yeah, no, yeah,
two in my head. I was like, but as far as like depression and feeling down, I was like, everybody will tell you like I still laugh and I'm still upbeat, but
yeah, no,
internally,
shit.
I just feel anxious because I don't know like who I'm offending or when somebody's gonna say something dumb, or it's just really like more so to help me concentrate. Like if I have to go to a big ass work meeting or something, it's like I could just so I'm not sitting there. I don't know if some of y'all might shake your leg or something, but I do that when I get really anxious, like without realizing it. So it'll stop me from a nervous
Breakdowns and
what's the
stuff.
word I'm looking for? No, not nervous breakdowns. Nervous when like tics, like
Oh, tick.
leg
Oh yeah,
shaking
yeah,
or like or I'll do something like, okay, my hair is really long, I'll keep like putting my fingers through my hair or something like that when talking
yeah,
to somebody instead of just being able to stand still. That's what I
yeah.
mean.
I have a shit ton
So
of nerve.
that's what it helps, yeah, it helps me with that, like to I don't mean tics like my ass is crazy, but that's technically the right word for it. Like it is a tick when you can't stop making
Yes,
one
it's still.
movement because you're internally nervous.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean, I remember when I
Yeah.
remember like sometimes I'll just be walking like at my job as security. I'll just be walking, down whatever. Like I'll hear someone give off like a cough is whatever. Like I'll hear someone give off like a friggin' hearty, like friggin' pirate cough or something like some hearty ass shit. And like
Like you're getting ready to hack up a loogie.
it's like they're getting ready to hack up all their goddamn intestinal organs or some shit. Like I'll hear someone give off a hearty ass cough and like literally like my my entire no, I'm not gonna say my entire body, like I'll give off like a huge like just twitch, like just like it's just really not it's not noticeable to people, but like I can notice it
But
just fine because
yeah,
it's
you used
just
to them be like that. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying.
it's
Yeah.
yeah
So
it's just really weird.
with
And
me, yeah, it helps me to sit still, like I was telling you, like yeah, just work meetings and shit like that. You don't want to. I don't always want to be fidgeting with like a pencil or a pen
yeah
because in my mind I'm like, when this shit about to be done with, but I can't say that out loud. You know
yeah
what I
yep
mean?
yep you saying that yep
Yeah. And so it's
I know
like, and
exactly what you're
then
saying. Like
it's like you can't sit still because it's like, damn, they dragging this shit out.
I've noticed that I don't know why. I have no idea why, but like when I'm nervous and like I have a nervous tick, like just during a lecture, during whatever, like I'll actually start like I don't know why. I have no idea. Like I'll actually like start pulling out my eye. Like I have like somewhat long. Yeah, I mean I play the guitar a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. They're just a little bit long, but like for what I don't know why. For whatever reason, I'll like start pulling out eyelashes and shit, and it's the weirdest thing. Cause like when I just get anxious about like a certain situation about
It's just
being
a
in class,
subconsciously thing your body just tells you to do, man. Like
yeah, it's just weird.
with
It's just
me, I'm more of a shaker. Like I have to shake a pencil in my hand, or my leg will just
yeah
start shaking really fast, or my foot will start tapping the ground really fast if I'm sitting in a chair. And I don't know if it's to keep a rhythm of just to pass the time until this shit is done.
yeah.
That's what I think it is. It's like my brain is subconsciously trying to keep a rhythm. Or sometimes like I'll just start humming songs in my head and shit just because just to zone the fuck
Oh
out.
yeah, same. I'll be humming like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm like, goddamn, like this shit go out, like so you can't do that when you have to retain information at work. So it does help for very important events like that. I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, yeah, I wouldn't take an antidepressant. That's just me though. Some people might need it. But I feel like I'm more anxious than anything.
Yeah, I'm not taking no antidepressants, but there'll be like I remember one time my mom actually commented on it. Like I came home from school one day and like my top like the right side from my pupil to the end of my eye, the top lid, all the eyelashes were gone because like I guess I was just so anxious that day. Like literally each and every single
You
eyelash
just
was
rip
gone.
them out.
Yeah, I just ripped them all out. Like I was just so anxious that day. Obviously they grew back and I'm
Jeez.
still picking at them, but I just fucking ripped them all out because I was just so
Oh,
anxious that
eyelashes
day.
can grow back. I didn't think they could.
Oh, these motherfuckers grow back like shit. And sometimes like there's I don't know about I don't know about like girls because I know girls that their eyelashes don't grow back, but like these eyelashes are long as fuck. Like, these shits is long as fuck. So like every time I'm nervous,
Yeah,
I just pick them and stuff. I don't know.
I thought once they came out, like they couldn't grow back. Like
Oh no, I've there have been
that's why
times
I
where
never
like
got the fake
literally
eyelashes put on. Like, cause I love makeup, but I never got the
yeah
fake eyelashes put on because I'm like, when I go to peel it off, I hear horror stories about girls pulling out their real eyelashes and they don't grow back. So I'm like, oh, they do shit.
no my I swear there have been times where I've like just the entire top lid. I remember back when I was in seventh grade, because seventh grade was when it started. The entire top
Oh,
lid, I pulled off all of them, like each and every single damn one. And I think a few people commented on it. Like I think my brother did once, and my mom did once, but I think it grew back about like a month or two later. So, but yeah, I know I be pulling the fuck out of them, and they just come back, and then I just keep on pulling them. Colostrum kills candida. It's so
yeah.
expensive though. Yes, I know. Yo, I'll be back in a sec. Oh dang.
Where did he go?
All right, we back.
Okay.
We back, motherfuckers. And we still ain't got nobody on this fucking pod. God damn. Have you tried it? I think I'm going to take colostrum while doing the candida diet. Hopefully I see results. Where the fuck everyone at right now? It's a Sunday night. What you people doing that you can't come onto the podcast? And I know they're watching too.
Right?
I know they're watching too. So, I know they're watching this shit, dog, but they don't want to come on. I'd be begging dudes to come on sometimes. But they seem Jesus Christ. I have, but they say you have to eat a good diet with it or it won't work. And I've been eating like shit. That sucks. How expensive is colostrum? Everybody and their mother talks about this supplement, and I don't even know the half of it. From what George and a few other people have said, colostrum is like what comes out of first few days of breastfeeding or first few days or weeks of breastfeeding.
Oh, I did want to say, I know there's not a lot of people on, but it's an older lady I'm friends with, and other people in her family got it later, and her brother had got cancer or something, and he had to go through chemotherapy, and then she said after he went through chemo, he didn't have the odor
Shit.
anymore, so she felt like something, and even though like the genetic TMAU ran in her family, like something killed something like completely wiped out his whatever was causing like the
Like the
corruption in the
TMA
brain,
or
or I guess whatever, if that makes sense.
oh no. Holy shit.
Did you hear what I said?
Goddamn. And we heard a good chunk of it. We heard enough of it to understand what you were talking about. You broke up a little bit, but like I said, we were able to we were able to distinguish it. I'm just looking at some things here
Okay.
because I'm getting a little break. Yeah, I just hope the thing doesn't break off or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not like suggesting like, like or hoping people get cancer. I'm just saying like she did say that about like her brother, like once he went through that, like he didn't have like any more odor, and like he grew up with it too.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said, like what we were saying the other day, there is some things out there that will take this shit away, but he shouldn't have had to went through something that extreme to get this shit to go away, in my opinion.
Yeah, you go through a lot of extreme shit to try and get this shit away. I know I have.
Oh yeah, I have too. It's like getting to the point now where it's like if it's not something simple, I'm not gonna try it. I already blew through thousands of
Yeah,
dollars.
that's true.
I don't. I got too many grown people moves to make right now, like to blow through my savings again. I just can't afford it.
Yeah, you got bills and all that stuff. You still have student debt. You paid all that off.
Hell, yeah, that's what I was saying. No, that's why I said I have to watch what I say, so I don't want Sally Mae to find me.
Yeah. Mm.
They be calling my ass
Shit.
tomorrow, 8 a.m. Like, bitch, we seen you on the drain. What the fuck?
Excuse me,
No,
ma'am.
I swear to
We saw
God,
you on the
it's right. Like, I swear to God, man, they be trying to track my ass the fuck down. Like, it's
God,
like, no,
fuck the
I started
college
paying
system.
one of them joints back, one of my loans back, but that's because we had to come up with the fucking deal. But not all of them
Damn.
will let you consolidate and come up with a deal. The thing is, you want to consolidate them and then make a fucking deal. If I can't make a deal with you, then nah, dog. Like that's crazy. Like I paid like other credit cards and stuff off and everything. Like that shit is all good. But when it comes to student loans, man, I just the way they have them shit separated and then want all this goddamn money at one time, it is not realistic.
Yeah.
Like
Oh man.
it's not. So I have to kind of like lay low, man. Like when I make moves, man, because
And it's not getting any easier
for
for.
example, like I don't keep all my money in the bank. Like you ain't wiping
Oh
my
yeah.
ass out because that's how they do. They'll
Yeah,
find
they've been
out
taking it. Yep,
they get
they've been
mad
taking it
enough.
out.
Yeah, they'll fucking freeze your account, or next thing you know, like you go to look at your paycheck and you be like, "Why is this shit in the negative this much?" Because they didn't caught up with you. So as soon as I get paid, dog, I don't even believe in banks. That's how
Mm,
paranoid I am. Like I have one because I have to have one technically, like
yeah,
to show to move into places or whatever, like the job. You have to have one for direct deposit. But if I didn't
yeah.
have to
Oh
have deal
yeah,
with that
direct deposit.
bullshit, please, I do not keep all my money in the goddamn bank. You got me fucked up. Like,
Yeah,
I can't be taking no chances of getting totally wiped out. Fuck that. Like, and I know it's like the fuck they're gonna be like, well, we want our money back for school. Like that's what it's gonna be like. And I'm gonna be like, y'all thought y'all got my ass, didn't get every goddamn thing. I know that. Yeah,
shit.
I
Fuck
still
that.
be paying my rent.
I'd still be doing my thing. Shit. That
Right,
college
I'll still be
system.
I still be going down to the grocery store, get my little money order to pay my bills and shit through money order, like, cause yeah, like some things you don't have to have a bank account to pay your bills.
Man, fuck that. But you want
Some things you do, some things you don't, but they just can't be getting everything. They tripping. Like,
I don't think I remember asking you. Like, do you watch Game of Thrones or anything like that?
nah, man, listen, my show was House of Cards, and I'm fucking pissed as a bitch. It was on Netflix with Kevin Spacey
Mm,
because now he's going through some fucking dumbass scandal about trying to rape some boy or some shit, and now they didn't cancel the goddamn show.
damn, they canceled the whole thing. I heard it was really good too.
Fuck yeah, dude! House of Cards was my shit on Netflix, man. That and Orange is the New Black,
Oh yeah,
and
Orange is
it's
the New
like
Black.
now that all this fucking scandal shit's come out, like a lot of shit is getting
I heard a lot of people like that
man.
show. I think
Listen,
I watched one episode.
that shit was good, man. Like, it's just it's like I'd rather watch something like that where I know it's fake and it's a good show because I hate reality TV. Like I can't watch
Oh
keeping
yeah,
up
I
with the
can't watch that shit.
Kardashians,
Yeah,
the Braxtons,
I
Love and
can't.
Hip Hop, all those shows. It's just my reality is already fucked up enough as it is. So it makes me mad to see people create drama
Oh yeah, some
just to
stupid
think
shit.
they're that
I
important when
can't.
it's like, dog, like what the fuck are y'all even talking about? Like how the fuck did you even get your own show?
9 times out of 10, like they just get mad off like just stupid and I can't watch that. My mom loves watching
Or
that
they
shit
just
and
sit
I just
around and drink and fight and just beef with each other. And I'm like,
that's one
what
thing.
the
Like
fuck?
my mom loves watching that shit and I sit there, I'm like, I understand like to each his own, but like my mom will see me watching like pro wrestling, like WWE shit, and like she'll just be like, how do you understand, how do you like that shit? And yeah, I look at her like, you like
Because
reality
we know
TV
it's
where people,
fake. I grew up
that's what I'm
liking
saying,
wrestling.
like,
We know it's fake, but it's like an
wrestling
escape
my
from
shit.
reality. I don't want
Like
to watch
that's
reality TV.
I can't watch that shit. That's just boring.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like when you were growing up, who are your favorites though? Like from all the people,
I
who are your
watched
favorites?
WWF, man. My favorites was like Sable. I don't know if you remember her because we have an age gap between us.
Yeah.
So Sable was like the
Oh
blonde, like
yeah,
with really
Sable.
big
Yeah.
tits, like that. That was my girl. Like I like Gold Dust, Mankind.
Gold Dust.
I wasn't a big fan of Stone Cold or The Rock. Um, oh, my boy was like X Pac and Shawn Michaels,
Oh yeah,
China.
Shawn Michaels. Yeah.
Um, yeah, Edge.
Edge.
Edge was
Yeah.
my dude. Like I don't know, I had the biggest crush on Edge and X Pac. Um, who else?
Well, you like the cruiserweights and stuff like Chris Jericho and all that?
Who's? Oh no! I ain't never get into Chris Jericho.
Oh yeah. Shit.
I didn't
You
like.
don't.
I didn't like Chris. Like I didn't. I don't really like the ones that be like I don't like John Cena. Like I watch this show's called like WWE Divas,
Oh
and
yeah, I can't stand that
I don't
shit.
like the Bella Twins. Like to me, they fucking
Oh fuck the Bella
stupid.
Twins. Yeah. No.
It's like the fucking airheads, man. Like what the fuck? It's like at least Sable and them and like oh like
Yeah,
Stephanie
they were
McMahon.
badasses.
Like when she
Yeah.
first came on WWF back in the day, like Stephanie McMahon was a G. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you knew it was fake, but it was just entertaining. But like the Bella Twins,
Yeah. No, I can't stand
like
that
I
shit.
don't take the like they're too fucking stuck up and bougie acting for me. Like for me to
You,
like they're too just
yeah, you just can't fuck
I
with
don't
them.
know. Like Sable was had like the fake tits too with the long blonde hair,
Yeah.
but she was still like
She was still
a
a G.
fucking a G. Like
Yeah.
these girls are just like they look the part, but when you hear them speak,
Yeah. No, it's just talking and
like
yeah,
it's like they
it's
just too
terrible.
fucking airheads. Like I don't know what else word to use. It's like they too fucking dumb
What
acting.
what you need to start doing? You need to start
Like they
listening,
sound like the
or
Kardashians. That's what it is. Like oh my god. Like I can't believe like John won't marry me still. Like bitch, goddamn. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
What
It's
you
just
need
shit
to
like
do?
that. Like or shit don't go their way. They're just too airhead for me, man. Like the fuck.
What you need to do is you need to go on. Well, I mean, you don't have to download the app or whatever because it costs money, but you can start watching NXT because NXT is the shit. I can show you some NXT matches that were fucking awesome, like straight up awesome. Like I can show you some like WWE matches that are just you know from NXT. I would say Brooklyn 1 to like Brooklyn 3. I mean, that stuff is just awesome. Really, it is. If you ever order the
Yeah,
WWE
man.
Network, like yeah, like if you ever order the WWE Network, I can show you some awesome matches, like straight up just awesome matches, awesome storylines. It really is nice. I can try and get you into NXT. I can try and get a lot of people into NXT because I'm not gonna lie, like
Yeah,
NXT is
I'll
actually
look it
really
up
good.
tomorrow.
I can.
NXT.
I mean, like, do you want to watch like a single match, or do you want to like see like you know how there's like a storyline and like the storyline leads up to everything? It leads up to the big match. Would you want to watch like the
Yeah.
big match, or like would you want to watch the storyline that leads up to the big match?
Either one. Like I'm not that picky. Oh, who else did I like? That still wrestles. My man Undertaker.
Oh
That
yeah,
was my G. Like
he retired,
Undertaker and
but I don't know if
Kane,
he's
and
come
like
back.
when Kane would come out with like Paul Bearer,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying, like and
NXT.
I don't know. Like I feel like if the Bella Twins like had to wrestle somebody like China,
Oh, you get
China
shit
that
stomped.
passed away. Like they would get
Yeah.
stomped, dog. Like that's what I'm
They'll
saying.
get
Like, I
shit
just feel
stomped.
like what the fuck? Like they just
Yeah.
popular because they ain't no competition. like, like that's how I
Damn,
feel
they
about Nicki
suck.
Minaj rapping. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
if Nicki Minaj was out back when like Little Kim and Foxy Brown were in their prime, like that's who I grew up listening to. Like she would be fucking like punished. Like, but the only reason she's on top is because who the fuck else is competing against her? Nobody.
Nobody else. Yeah,
So it's like
shit.
just even the way she raps like a fucking airhead, like, oh my god, it's Barbie, but like, bitch, god damn it, I just can't stand those fucking girly airheady voices, like baby talk type.
Yeah, you can't
It's
deal
like,
with
but the
that
thing is, what's
nonsense.
crazy is like Little Kim and Foxy Brown talk like that in real life, but when they rap, they rap like a guy would rap. You see what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah,
like, but Nicki Minaj raps too fucking like she's a fucking
like a
airhead,
fucking
man. Like,
Barbie doll. Yeah,
yeah, it's like I
I'm
can't
looking at
listen to
this
that
right
shit all
now.
day, man. I can't rock with that shit.
I'm looking at this shit right now. It's called NXT Takeover Fatal Four Way. Um, if you look up NXT Takeover Fatal Four Way main event, it has a pretty good match. It's between four guys. They're all one's a high flyer, one's kind of a technical wrestler. The other one, he's a little bit of a technical wrestler. He's like an underdog. And then the other one is kind of like, he's kind of like a side character. He's important, but he's not too important. And then from there, I mean, NXT really
And
kicks off. It's like
NXT what
you have
takeover?
NXT Takeover Fatal Four Way main event. You can try and find it
Okay,
online. Um, it's pretty much Adrian,
that's what I'm
and like for
doing.
people, yeah, like for people who are watching this also, who either they liked wrestling and they're trying to get back into it or whatever. Pretty much Adrian Neville versus Tyson Kidd versus Sami Zayn versus Tyler Breeze, and also another match. If like this is just like a side match, another match, one of the best matches ever, like straight up ever, um, was between Undertaker and Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25. That was without a doubt one of the best matches in not only WrestleMania history, but in like wrestling history. That match was fucking insane.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels was my dude, Heartbreak Kid. Why did he
Yeah,
stop?
that I'm
See, a lot of the great ones they fucking retired. Like they just fucking stopped
yeah.
and like Stone Cold, like I know he was like shit so popular when I was growing up. Like I wasn't a big fan of his,
Stone
but I
Cold
would
was
watch his
that
matches.
dude.
But it's still,
Stone.
it's like some of them stopped. But I'm like, did they get hurt, like injured, or
They all
they just
stopped for different
decided to like,
reasons. Like Stone Cold stopped
oh
because Vince McMahon was. I think Vince McMahon tried to put someone over him, as in like make someone win over him, and Stone Cold wasn't on board with it. Shawn Michaels, he had a bad back in like 2001 or whatever, 2000 whatever, but he came back from the bad back and he wrestled until like shit. I think like either and he wrestled for a long while and then he retired after that. I'm not gonna say how he retired, but like I said, just watch Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25, then watch Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 26, and you'll understand why he retired. Because those matches were fucking crazy. Watch WrestleMania 25 first, because you have to understand that one first in order to understand the second one.
yeah,
Because
like
that shit was crazy.
do you think like those guys that you know how Edge separated from Gangrel and them,
Yeah.
um, were they like, I mean, I'm not trying to sound stupid, like I really believe in vampires, but do you think that they thought they were real vampires,
Oh, I mean,
or
they've
was that
actually
just for
done.
an act?
Oh yeah, I mean, it was for an
Because remember
act.
when
Like
they
they've
used to do
actually done
like the
interviews.
bloodbath shit? Remember they used to be wild out.
Yeah. They used to do interviews about how like even though they knew it was a work, they knew it was fake. They would try and they would try and act as though it was real. Like they actually believed that as though like they were the characters. Stone Cold
Yeah.
Steve Austin says that all the time. Like even though he knew it was a work, he thought he was like the baddest dude on earth. And he would go in there and just freaking hit people with steel chairs over the head, freaking stomp people's faces in with his boots and
Stone
stuff.
Cold was
Like
a, you know,
Stone
because
Cold
he was
was
a
a
redneck in real life.
yeah he was
He
yeah
was a
no he
redneck in real life, drinking them
yeah
fucking beers and turning the fuck up
that's what I'm
in the
saying. Like
woods.
yo, Stone Cold he
he
knew
was,
the
he
fuck.
definitely was. Yeah, I don't give a that. He was that dude in real life. He just knew how to
That's what
wrestle.
that's
That's what
what
the
I
fuck was
oh
going
man.
on with that.
That's what I really miss about wrestling. Like back in the day, like wrestlers were badasses. Like they did whatever they wanted. They screwed over whoever they wanted. They did whatever they wanted. Nowadays, it's so watered down, and I still watch it because there are some good matches. But man, it's so no one feels like a badass in WWE today.
But
Like
there's
with
no
the
good
exception,
girl matches anymore. Like, do you remember when Sable used to have to like wrestle like one of the
there are some
wrestlers
good
like
girl matches.
girlfriends who were like maybe like I can't
There are
remember
some
like
good
who
girl
she was
matches
wrestle.
though.
Yeah, like but
Like
I can't think of their names. Like, but they were some good ass
I mean
matches. Like
NXT.
she, even though she could really wrestle, but I don't feel like with the Bella twins, like
No, but it's not the Bella Twins though. Like I can show you a lot of
It's
good
like
matches in NXT. Like NXT has a lot of good matches. I'm telling you right now. Like they have like from NXT Takeover R Evolution. I mean, this is another one. If you look at NXT Takeover R Evolution, that's R like capital R and then space Evolution. There's a lot of good matches. I mean, straight up. Like if you ever download the WWE Network, definitely go and take a look at NXT and take a look at the episodes from February 20. I would say from like September 11th, 2014, because that's when Fatal Four Way was. From September 11th, 2014 onwards, like those are some of the best from that time to I would say about maybe I don't know. From that time to I would say about NXT Takeover Dallas, like that was the highest point of NXT, and that's current day, like modern day wrestling. Like the shit's awesome. It really is. You really have to check it out. I mean, it's fucking awesome. Matches were great. The tag team matches were great. The main event matches were great. The characters actually feel like badasses. It was awesome.
yeah, I'm feeling like the Bella Twins are more like models or something.
Yeah, but Bella Twins aren't in
Like
NXT
that's
though.
what
I'm
their
telling you right
brand is
now.
like. I know,
But
but I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out tomorrow. Like I googled it and then
yeah,
put it in my library so it'll pop up tomorrow for me to check out. But I'm just saying, like now when I think about just female wrestling, it's just like they just remind me of like like two females they took out of like damn modeling agency and just tried to turn them into wrestlers or something.
that's exactly what they did. That's the only reason why they hired them. They've actually done interviews about how they used to be models, and then they just hired them because they
Oh,
looked
they
good.
did. Oh, I was
Yeah.
just
Oh yeah, no, they
I
straight
didn't
up
know
did
that.
that.
I was
Yeah.
just saying that, but I didn't know I was right. Damn.
Oh yeah, no, they even admitted it. Like WWE even admitted it. Yeah. I just looked up best WWE matches of the decade because I'm trying to find the best of the best for like people watching the podcast to also look at. Because I'm telling you right now, like I will admit there are some pretty bad matches, like pretty bad wrestlers and pretty bad matches because a lot of it's been watered down. But I'm telling you, there are some standout matches. Like I'm telling you straight up, there are some standout matches that you would straight up love. You just have to find them and look for them.
Yeah, I guess they
And
all
it's not
did
hard.
stop for different reasons, but
Yeah,
it's
everyone
just
stops.
back then it was just good characters, like just better and
Yeah,
they
all the
all
characters
played
now.
into
Yeah,
like their played,
although
played
if you're looking
their
for a
part.
match, if you're looking for like a straight up match, like definitely like if there's one match that you go back and watch, it's either The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25, the Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn at NXT Takeover Dallas. Shinsuke Nakamura is a fucking just that guy is just a beast. It's unfortunate that WWE doesn't know how to use him, and so they're fucking him over. But like I said, that guy's just a beast. Just, man, I don't know. I could go on for days just giving out good matches, but man, it's just oh, it's fucking crazy. It really is, dude.
Yeah,
The
I'm gonna
amount
check
of
it out definitely
matches.
tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm googling, I'm listening to you, and then like looking the stuff up
Oh no,
that
it's
you're
alright.
saying at the same time.
I could give out so many matches. Like just the amount of matches good matches that I could tell you guys about is just endless.
Oh, like do you remember? I don't know if you're old enough. Do you remember like I think Marlena was like Gold
Oh no,
Dust
that was
girlfriend or
that was way
wife?
before my time. Marlena, no, I've heard of her, but I haven't, gone through her matches or any of her like skits or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going through these matches. Man, these matches are awesome. I could go on for days giving out some of the like top tier matches. Kota Ibushi versus Shinsuke Nakamura, Shinsuke versus
How
Sami
did
Zayn,
China
like
die
just
again? Did she
over.
OD'd on
Yeah,
drugs, right?
I don't know what she OD'd on, but she definitely did OD on something.
But wasn't she in real life? Wasn't she married to somebody like not Hunter? Her not Triple H.
X Pac.
Wasn't she really married to X Pac?
Yeah,
She was married to one of them in real life. One of them. I gotta Google this shit.
yeah. She was married to
Um,
X Pac or whatever. She was married to,
in
yeah.
real life, yeah.
She was fuck. Fuck. Sure. She was dating Triple H, and then Triple H left her for Stephanie
For
McMahon,
Stephanie
and
McMahon.
then yeah, and then she
So, so that was real. I thought that was fake. So Triple H and Stephanie were really together in real life.
oh yeah they're married. They're straight up married.
They're still married.
Yeah, they're still married. It's like a official.
Oh, I
They're
thought
actually
that was
married
just.
in real life.
You know how some shit was like fake, but some shit was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
real.
yeah.
So I
I
thought
like
X Pac
that
and
was the thing
Stephanie
about
that was
wrestling
just for
though.
like to. I thought that was just for the show.
That was the thing about wrestling that made it cool. Like some, even though you knew it was fake, like you thought that it was
Some
somewhat
of
real.
it, yeah, some of it was fake. Some of it was real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was China still married to X Pac when she OD'd?
No, they divorced a long time. Um, yeah, it had to been a
Oh
good
shit!
number of years after. Yeah, like a good number of years after. But
Damn.
damn. I mean, shit, we capped. It seems as though we capped at like I don't know, 18 viewers, and now we're at 9. So I don't know. Maybe we'll go into the private podcast.
Damn.
Yeah, because I mean, like
We
I
got
said, I
stuck
mean,
on wrestling for too long. They're like, all right, look, now they tripping. We got
ah,
stuck on one topic for too long. I
haters.
forgot we were live. I ain't gonna lie, because I started Googling
Oh no,
shit. I
haters.
started Googling shit you was telling
Like,
me about.
oh no, shit. Yeah, I wanted everybody to look at this stuff because wrestling's. I mean, I understand it's not for everyone, but the shit can be awesome. Like if you watch the right match, one match can. All it takes is one match to hook you. I'm telling you. I could go on for days. But anyway, yeah, maybe we'll go into the private podcast. Although I'm not too sure how many people are going to show up. I mean, like I said, we only have about like 8 people watching this cast right now. So, like I said, people, I tried making this. I tried telling people in advance. People didn't show up. I guess it is what it is. Um, and obviously we didn't have a whole lot of guests today. So I mean,
Oh
I do my
damn.
best. Like I said, I do my best, but it's not easy getting these guests. It really is not. It's the exact opposite, actually. So yeah, we'll see if there's anybody who wants to do a live cast or private podcast. Sorry. It has to be like a good number of people because obviously, if it's just gonna be like me, Brianna, and just one more person, then I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So if we are gonna do a private podcast, it should be a good number of people. I mean, I'm not just gonna do one with just one other person.
Man, these guys did
So,
not age well. Yeah, I'm listening to you. Dude,
oh yeah, the wrestlers or
wrestlers,
whatever.
Jesus Christ, man. Like the fuck happened to these people, man?
Well, why? Who you looking at right now?
Like a pic, okay, because I looked up, I was looking up China and X Pac like when they were married, and a good amount of pictures came up. But when you scroll all the way down on Google, his uh his booking image came up, and I'm like, why the fuck he look like a goddamn crackhead now? Like it just makes me sound like why
Mm.
all these people go out on drugs? Like, damn, like why did
Yeah,
they
all
all
the
turn to
wrestlers, because they're.
drugs? Like it seems like what the fuck?
I mean, painkillers. Wrestling is not like people always think. Oh, it's fake, and yeah, it is. It's staged. It's scripted.
Of
But
course, yeah, but
yeah, but like when they bump, people don't realize like that mattress that they bump on is not a mattress at all. Like it's hard as wood. Like shit. I've actually known people who've actually
oh
been to
yeah,
like
those
wrestling
ropes they
arenas. Like
bounce off of are
yeah,
strong as
those
fuck.
ropes are
Yeah, like they're
yeah,
not
those ropes are
like
strong. Like yeah,
spongy or I know.
people people have broken ribs like going onto those ropes. Like how like they bounce off the ropes going like this, like their arm will be over it like this, and then they'll bounce off of it. People will literally like they'll break their ribs going off the ropes, hitting the ropes.
Wow.
Rock and Degeneration X were entertaining. No one's saying anything about the private podcast, so I'm just I'll give it a few more minutes. If no one says anything about the private podcast, then we'll just end it here. Like I said, the lack of guests is not my pro. Is not. It's not my. I'm okay. That was terrible
He
for
said,
me.
"It's not my problem."
No, the lack of guests is not my fault. I mean, like I said, like I've told people, I'm doing all I can. I mean, just staying up 2 a.m. in the morning, going video to video. Hey, would you please come onto the podcast?
I
I'm
mean, it's
doing
only
this.
10 at night on a Sunday, dog. Like everybody cannot be sleep. Like I don't buy that
I was about to say, like, and even when we
unless
do it on,
unless you have kids and or some
even when we
shit.
do it on Fridays, like we'll do it on Fridays, and I'll still be begging people, like, hey, come on, Fridays at like, 8 or even 5 o'clock. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I understand people are embarrassed and scared, but shit, like, I don't know. I'll try and do something about it, because obviously I don't want to have podcasts where it's just gonna be like me and another person, just for like 2 hours,
I jumped on and you were
each and
telling
every
your
single.
story. Nobody else was on there, right?
There was like 5 or 6 people, so yeah.
There were. Oh, so okay. But what I mean is like, was there
Oh yeah,
anybody
when you
logged
jumped
on?
on,
Like,
yeah. Oh yeah, no
yeah.
one was on
Okay.
the podcast. Yeah.
So you were just telling
Yo
your story
Zach.
about what happened with the car. Okay.
Oh yeah, I was just telling my story about like just a pastime. But someone said, "Yo Zach, let us know the time and date of podcast." The thing about that is like it's hard to manage these time zones, dude. I mean, this particular podcast right now, I let you guys know like in advance. I made a video at least 3 4 days in advance, and yet we have even less. I think this is the least viewers we've had, even though I said in advance that we're gonna be doing this podcast. So I mean, I've let you guys know time and date of the podcast. Um, but yeah, I think it's a lack of guests really, because like when we did 5.5 podcast number 5.5, pretty much we had the most viewers
That's the
because
first one I came on, right?
yeah, it was like you, Erica. Did someone else jump on? I think someone else jumped on. Yeah,
Me,
Latricia.
Erica,
Yeah,
Anya.
Anya and
Um,
Latrice. I think it was we had a good number of guests, so that's why I think we had such a
yeah, we
such a
did.
high number. But I mean, obviously, just me and you, people are going to be like, oh, and then they're just not going to watch, or they're just going to do whatever. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm doing my best about the guest situation. People, this podcast is only as good as the guests that come on. I would say, or at least that's just my observation, I guess. Because I'm doing the best. Like I said, I'm doing the best I can to try and assemble these people, manage time zones, and all that nonsense. But
Yeah.
I can only do the best I can. So no one's saying anything about the private podcast. I mean, one person said he would get on, but just for a bit. So I'm not too sure what he means by that. I'll let you guys know about the time and date of this podcast, and yet we didn't have a whole lot of people. I asked quite a good amount of people to come on. Either they're busy or doing whatever. Um, just quick reminders, notifications, guys. If you look down in the description, you can email me at tmauup@gmail.com. That's tmauup@gmail.com if you want to be a guest on the podcast. Also, we're looking for a logo. We have one person, I think he's actually in the comment section right now, or he was at least. His name was Forcid, or at least that's his YouTube name. He actually sent me a logo already. So what I'm most likely going to do is I'm going to get all the logos, or as many as I can get, because we'll see how many people participate. Um, I'm going to get all the logos that people send me, and I'm going to either have the guests who have been on the podcast vote on them, or whatever. We'll make up a voting system, and yeah, we'll go from there. So send logos. If you want to be on the podcast, definitely, for the love of Jesus, definitely hit me up about that. Um, and yeah, Brianna, you got anything to say before we sign off?
Nah, man, just more people need to get on here and everything, and I'll check out NXT tomorrow and let you know what I think about it. But yeah, more
Oh,
people just need to get on here just to lose. I mean, I don't know. All I can do is speak for myself. It just helps to, even if we're not talking about the issue, just talk about other things. But that's just
exactly.
me.
Like straight up, like just talk about something. Just get your mind off something for just a little bit. But
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, you just put me onto something new I didn't know about, so that gives me something to check out tomorrow. That's all. I could just speak for myself. I don't know.
Yeah, people. I mean, definitely participate because I mean,
I mean, I get it though. A lot of y'all are in college, and like I said, I've finished that already. So it's just like honestly, like when I don't have anything to do, like, and I'm like for real, just like, no, like, put me onto some new shit I can look up, please. Like,
straight up. All right, but ladies and gentlemen, we're about to sign off. Like I said, all the notifications, send me logos. If you want to be a guest, definitely hit me up. This is Zach. This is your host. Peace. I'm out.